Hey, you guys, this is Annoyer the Destroyer. Whoa, what's up with that? Find that mic working.
Mr. Big Shot!
Test.
Who do you think we are? Mr. Big Shot!
Test.
Misconception.
Did you think this life was sweet?
Misconception.
Will knock you off your feet.
We ain't so fool. We ain't no tool. You better tell the truth.
That's right.
Because we rule. Or it's a fight. We're not here to hear a lie. We're adults, so we won't cry. Lay it on the line.
There
No
it is.
sugarcoat. The politicians
Awesome.
rest easy. Without cutting their throat. Tired. I tell you, sick and tired. The ways are done. We've been inspired. Tired. I tell you, sick and tired. Tired. I tell you, sick and tired.
Lies and promises to
Hey, you guys, this is Zenoir the Destroyer over here, and we're getting ready to listen to Trump make an announcement. I don't know when he's going to make it, but he's supposed to be making one. So while we are waiting, we're going to listen to some music. That last song that we played was Mr. Big Shot Calling the Shots by Digital Apostate. All these songs are by Digital Apostate. If you would like me to play one of your songs, just let me know where the link is. I mean, give it to me in the comments or something, and I will put it on here if I think it is good enough. All right, here's the next song coming up. It's called Blowing Hot Air. I hope you like it.
Comes again, it'll never do. Standing there with comb over hair. Big fat liar standing up there. Ain't you had enough? This is rough. Selling for $1 your snake oily. Drink the oil down and be a clown. Dancing around and around and around. Blah, 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 na, na, na. Blowing hot air everywhere. Ouch, the burn, cause people don't learn. Are you fucking stupid? Getting dizzy, going into a tizzy. Gotta own the libs, kick 'em in the ribs. Drink more oil, temper in a boil. Don't really know why, it's do or die. Do or die for the orange-faced guy. Standing on stage looking big and fat. With his kids a bunch of adult brats. Also, don't forget the muskrat. Blah, 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 na, na, na. Blowing hot air everywhere. Ouch, the burn, cause people don't learn. Are you fucking stupid? Going for Mars, going for the stars. Dig around in government cookie jars. Big Daddy, he done said I could. I brought my bros from the neighborhood. Getting all uptight. People on the left and the right trading words, getting ready for a fight. How do we stop them? It ain't right. Blah, 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 na, na, na. Blowing hot air everywhere. Ouch, the burn, cause people don't learn. Are you fucking stupid? Now we got a man up on top. Got a mandate and just won't stop. He's clawing and ripping, tearing it apart. That's what he was planning from the start. Guys with red hats was cheering and yelling, sucking up the lies big man was telling. Said, what you got to lose in a rally? All the loot he wanted to tally. Blah, 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 na, na, na. Blowing hot air everywhere. Ouch, the burn, cause people don't learn. Are you fucking stupid? He picked out words he didn't believe. His goal was evil, it was to deceive. Red hat people were sucking it in. The rally where the deception began.
There you have it, Blowing Hot Air by, of course, Digital Apostate. And it looks like this little shindig has not started up yet. So, in the meantime, we're going to pay attention to something that Mr. Trump doesn't want us to pay attention to. It's those Epstein files. We want them. We don't want no fake files. We don't want anybody saying, look over there, or nothing. We want the files. Everybody on the left and the right wants the files. Let's have them. So, here we go. The next song coming up is called We Want the Files. I hope you like it. It goes something like this.
We don't accept the lies and smiles. look over there at Obama and Clinton. Distract you from the crime and tension. Names on files, we want all of them, just like was promised way back then.
Promises, promises,
Is all we get.
promises, promises.
That ain't worth a shit. We don't care about lying hot air. Don't tell us to look over there, because
Files, files, we want the files.
we don't accept the lies and smiles.
Files, files, we want the files.
No distractions for miles and miles.
There was a time when we believed.
It wasn't long ago.
Then there was bad news we received.
Epstein's eternal ghost.
Blame it on the news.
Blame it on the Dems,
Blame it on anyone.
but not on him. Look over there at Obama and Clinton. Distract you from the crime and tension. Names on files, we want all of them, just like was promised way back then. If you get too close to the truth and you don't have a care, you may end up in a concrete suit, compliments of golden hair.
Promises, promises,
Is all we get.
promises, promises.
That ain't worth a shit. We don't care about lying hot air. Don't tell us to look over there, because
Files, files, we want the files.
we don't accept the lies and smiles.
Files, files, we want the files.
No distractions for miles and miles.
It won't be long till people sing a new song. An election in November will tell right from wrong. We all are tired of all the lying that's been right and left agree. The files must be seen. Files, files, we want the files. Files, files, we want the files. Files, files, we want the files. Files, we want the files.
There you go. That's We Want the Files. And I don't know about you, but I sure as heck want to see some files. All right, the next song coming up is called Welcome to Texas, the State of Denial. And what this song is about is, like, I heard over in Texas that you can only get weed that's like 3% and gummies. That's all. So it sucks. So what happens? They come over to my state, to Mexico. They come over here and get the good stuff. That's what the song is about. I hope you like it. It goes a little bit like this. Oops. I might want to hit the play button. Huh? Embarrassed.
Look over there, another Texas play looking for recreation. Come to buy freedom by the ounce. Gum is your salvation.
You crossed the border like a brat, fleeing your laws with a MAGA hat. From the land of oil spills and moral panic into our loving arms.
Imagine that. You came for green chilies,
And cannabis,
you ain't got it, so you want some of this.
will give you peace.
And that is fine. Leave the attitude at the state line.
You bend a bud, you ain't got a stash.
Thank you, Texas. We'll take your cash.
You thumped a Bible, thump folks on the head.
Live in Texas.
I'd rather be dead.
You outlaw gummies and guzzle diesel. You burn books like the Inquisition sequel. You fracture brains till they rattle loose.
Your laws are stupid.
Cook your own goose.
You preach about freedom from an oil well. Why you poison your people?
It's a living hell.
You wonder why your kids can't spell word the hoot. Why you get drunk on whiskey at a turkey shoot. You ban the bud, you ain't got a stash.
Thank you, Texas. We'll take your cash.
You thumped a Bible, thump folks on the head.
those trains don't want your border. It took a hard left into New Mexico order. The Mexico foreign policy guy said,
Let's go where they pass bills with brains instead.
your law scare investors.
The cattle too.
We've seen smarter law from a monkey zoo. So keep on praying to your oil god.
We'll clean your cash with a wink and a nod.
Don't tread on me. They cry and shout while Texans stomp their own lights out. Boot on the neck laws that don't make sense. They tread on themselves. It's the road of fads.
You better bud, you ain't got a stash.
Thank you, Texas. We'll take your cash.
You built the Bible folks on the head.
Live in Texas. I'd rather be dead.
So light one up.
And tell your friends.
The real West starts where Texas ends.
Come back soon, Texas. We're open 7 days a week.
But leave your politics at the door.
Welcome to Texas, the state of denial. No one that nice. A lot of people, like, they really talk big. You know what? I hear them all the time talk big. Make all kinds of big threats. Like Trump, for instance. He makes all kind of big threats, all kinds of big talk. Like all the big talks he was making before Putin and him had that meeting in Alaska. And then what happened? I'll tell you what happened. Hummingbird ass. That's what happened. That's what this next song is about. Alligator mouth and a hummingbird ass. That's all we used to call people, you know, that were like that. Whenever I was growing up down in Florida, back in the intercoastal waterway. Alligator mouth and hummingbird ass. So here it goes. I'm sure you've met people like this. You probably get some picture in your mind, or a name will pop up. I know my name pops up. Several of them. Here we go.
Alligator mouth.
Hummingbird ass.
Alpha boy thinks he gonna get a pass. Barking like a dog.
Running his mouth.
I dare him to do that way down south.
Please, sir, I was only kidding.
Alpha boy with a hummingbird ass says, "Please, sir." When he don't get a pass, an alligator mouth, the teeth all yank.
Alpha boy in trouble.
He gonna get spanked.
Alpha boy talking like a tough guy. Struts like a rooster, but it's a lie. Mouth road checks that his soul can't cash. Now he's crying for mama with his hummingbird ass. Alligator mouth with no bite left. Just gums flapping their stinky breath.
Please, sir.
He says trying to backtrack. Men don't forget.
Don't cut slack.
Keep it real. Not like a poser. Nothing to prove. You're not a loser.
Puffed up ego with words that offend. Alligator mouth might be your life's end.
Down in the backwater.
Don't play.
Mouth off run.
You don't have a bad day.
Talk that crap.
You might not come back.
People don't like it when you talk that smack. Alligator mouth.
Hummingbird ass.
Alpha boy thinks he gonna get a pass. Barking like a dog.
Running his
I
mouth.
dare him to do that way down south.
Please, sir, I was only kidding.
Alpha boy with a hummingbird ass says, "Please, sir." When he don't get a pass, an alligator mouth, the teeth all yank. Alpha boy in trouble. He gonna get spanked. Alpha boy talking like a badass. Struts like a rooster.
You don't get a pass.
Mouth road checks that his soul can't cash. Now he's run out of town with his hummingbird ass. Alligator mouth with no bite left. Just gums flapping in stinky breath. Please, sir. He says trying to backtrack. Men don't forget and don't cut slack. Keep it real. Not like a poser. Nothing to prove. Don't be a loser. Puffed up ego with words that offend. Alligator mouth might be your life's end.
Alligator mouth, hummingbird ass. Don't let your mouth write checks that your ass can't cash. All right, now you guys, our illustrious, glorious leader, the Grand Poobah, Donald J. Well, I was about to say a bad word, but I'll say that word. Anyhow, we got a song about him coming up next because he wants to be a dictator, right? I think he does really want to be a dictator because, he's really trying hard because, like, he acts like a dick and he looks like a tater. So he got his wish. He's a dictator. And that's what this song is about. I want to be a dictator. And it goes a little bit like this.
Ever since he was a young boy, he had a dream of the perfect toy. Plans laid out to be a hater, the goal
To be a dictator.
acting like a crook. He was a little prick, earned a nickname.
Tiny Dick
Cramming Mickey D's burgers,
was a hater.
ate so many.
He looked like a tater.
Bratty kid,
Causing a spat.
mom and dad had enough of that.
Packed him off to military school.
Well, they thought he'd follow all the rules. Got tired of the fool.
Sent him to military school.
Then he grew up and wanted military, real even so.
That proved he was a fool. Fools were nothing to his mind. He dreamed of power of a different kind. Grew up fast with a greedy heart. To be a dictator, he would do his part.
In Atlantic City, a casino bar with some mob money.
And a greedy thought.
Use it like a piggy bank.
Thought he was in the know.
When the bills come in,
Out the door he goes.
bills came due. What you gonna do when they come for you?
Run to daddy and beg for a bailout.
Millions in chips, bar.
There was no cash out.
Casino empty.
Their dreams went bust.
Creditors lost all their trust.
Couldn't pay, so he said, oopsie.
When the casino went in bankruptcy.
One day way up in his high tower, just right after another golden shower, he got an idea he could share. Him and Mrs. going down Golden Stair.
Down a golden stair.
He had to share.
He wanted to be the press.
Way over there.
He got a team of lawyers and crooks.
Started scheming to cook the books.
There was one book they forgot to cook.
It was the Epstein file from another crook. Now we trying to prevent legal action by lying and cooking up distraction. The pig's on a spit, getting roasted slow. Apple in his mouth, putting on a show. Acting like a dick, looking bloody bitter. But born on a Friday, got to be a dictator.
You like that song? Want to be a dictator. Alrighty. Hey, I got a good one right here. You want to listen to it? It's called The Pit of Hate. Trump, MAGA, and it means to an end. Oh, wait a minute. Now we'll listen to Sapping Your Money Through a MAGA Hole first. That other one, it's like, well, it ain't that long. Anyway, we'll listen to this one first and then maybe the other one next one. Here we go. Sapping your money through a MAGA hole.
They said it's a Ponzi scheme. It's not freedom. It's your ruin and dream. While you're watching that lie, they tell they're making your retirement a living hell.
They point
to corporate assault.
Say it's your choice.
While raiding the vault, lose a pension. They laugh that day. Only a fool would believe what we say.
Own your future.
They put salt in the wound while the market's rigged.
Leave you marooned.
Ain't no bailout coming when the gamble goes bust. Just a shrug from the suits and broken trust. Look over there while they rob and seek. Don't look at us as they blame the weak. Call it reform while they gut the administration. Same old scam, a different frustration. They sell you stocks with a plastic grin. You end up getting kicked in the chin. The crooks rig the game so they always win after you're dead.
They go after next of kin. Freedom, they cry. What a sweet disguise. While your 401 slowly vaporize.
Say this government bad, it's gospel truth. They even coming for the gold in your tooth.
They lose social security with surgical stealth. Teach you to blame the poor for your lost wealth.
Look over there while they rob and steal. Don't look at us as they blame the weak. Call it reform while they gut the administration. Same old scam, a different frustration. A different frustration. A different frustration. They hold up the lie like a holy scroll while siphon your money through a MAGA hole. A suit and a smile, then they disappear, leaving echoes of rage in your twilight year.
After getting screwed, you expect at least a kiss instead of a kiss off.
You trusted the market. They sold you a dream. Dreams dressed in gold while your life gets the rim. Bills stack high, makes you wanna scream. You look at your check
See what you got left.
while they sip champagne in a tower built of theft. Look over there while they rob and seek. Don't look at us as they blame the weak. Call it reform while they gut the administration. Same old scam, a different frustration. A different frustration. A different frustration. A different frustration.
There you go. That's sapping your money through a bag of holes. Well, I just checked on that to see if any sound was playing, even because we got just a picture. Maybe there's some sound, like some guy from C-SPAN saying blah, 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 this, that, blah, blah, blah. But there ain't. So, what we gonna do now is play this new tune by Digital Apostate. It was just uploaded the other day. It's called Republican Party Babylon the Whore. Well, actually, it was 825, I guess. So there. It's not that old. All right, here we go. It goes like this.
You invoke his name like a holy relic. Act like you mean it. All idyllic. But your altar drips with the blood of the poor. Republican Party, Babylon the whore. Lincoln broke chains.
You forge them anew.
Lincoln wore the tyranny.
His work you undo.
You think you fool us?
You name drop Lincoln.
Now we know it's BS.
Your words are stinking.
Party of Lincoln. Lincoln broke chains.
You forged them anew.
Lincoln won a tyranny.
His work you undo.
You think you fool us?
You name drop Lincoln.
Now we know it's BS.
Your words are stinking.
Party of Lincoln.
Don't you even dare.
You desecrate his grave.
Confederate statues everywhere.
Lincoln built bridges in a nation torn apart.
Deep inside, you cared not even from the start.
Fuck you, liars.
You are not the party of Lincoln.
Fuck you, liars.
Everything you say is stinking.
The party of lies.
Party of cruelty.
The party of cowardice.
And we all see.
The party of genocide at home and abroad. Your days are numbered.
You're nothing but a fraud.
Keep your slogans.
Keep your flag.
Your rotted myths.
Don't wanna hear you brag.
The truth burns hotter than your lies when the people wake.
Your party dies.
They call themselves the party of Lincoln. Hear this truth and let it sink in. Freedom was a side effect of the war, not the goal.
Republican Babylon the whore.
They waged a war to save the nation, not to raise the enslaved from subjugation, emancipation.
Yes.
But the chessboard shifted.
Then promises less.
Millions free
But just a side effect.
behind closed doors.
No respect.
Lincoln could keep the nation.
Let slavery stay.
Only party power mattered anyway. Lincoln broke chains.
You forged them anew.
Lincoln won a tyranny.
His words you undo.
You think you fool us?
You name drop Lincoln.
Now we know it's BS.
Your words are stinking.
I'm running.
But not from the street.
I'm running from the lies trying to catch me. They try to slip a part suit on my soul. You see, I'm awake. I'm seeing. I'm breaking free. Running.
But not from the street.
Running.
From the lies and the hate.
They try to slip a part suit on my soul. I'm awake.
Climbing out of darkness hole.
No chains.
No masters.
No shadows of control. Every step I take out of this hole, I run out of darkness.
I run for truth.
My words shall be known at the voting booth. Hey, we make a pretty good team.
Over here.
Don't let them catch you.
Don't let 'em fool you.
We see through it. Now, let's get together, talk, and have a beer.
Yeah, I'm down. We'll have a beer. But I got that on. Oh yeah. How do you like that song? Republican Party, Babylon the whore. See, something like hit me like a ton of bricks. The Republican Party, they always go around like, hey, look, we're the party of Lincoln. The Democrats, they wanted slavery back then. You know, we helped free the slaves. Blah, 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 this, that, the other thing. Well, let me tell you something. They didn't, like, do that because they wanted to free any slaves. They were worried about fight jobs. That's what they were worried about. The only reason why they were saying that is because they wanted an issue to use against the opposition, which was the Democrats. But if they could have had it their way, they'd went on and had slaves forever. Even Lincoln said something like that, So I ain't buying it. Whenever they say, "Oh, we're the party of Lincoln, we're so goody two shoes, whatever," huh, my butt. They never meant it from the start. It was just a side effect. You know, that's the way I see it. And I got on good authority that's the way it is. So, bunch of damn hypocrites. We're gonna play this next one here because it's kind of related. It's like 3 minutes 44 seconds long. It's called "The Pit of Hate: Trump, MAGA, and a Means to an End." Here we go.
Trump is a bone-spur coward. He's not worthy of kissing the boots of a raw recruit. Where I'm from in North Florida, we'd call him alligator mouth, hummingbird ass. Talks tough until a real tough guy shows up. Then it's, "Please, sir, I was only kidding." Remember Alaska? Trump rolled out the red carpet for a murderer. Putin's bootlicker. Worse than Benedict Arnold, at least Arnold served. Worse than Chamberlain. At least Neville believed. Trump's just like the rich kids who bought their way out of the Civil War draft. President Donald Trump is a coward. And by the way, my dad is a hell of a lot better man than Don Jr.'s dad. That raw recruit is a better man than Trump will ever be. The pit of my hate is deep, dark, and endless. Trump dug it with every word, every deed. And yet, this burning pit of hate is temporary. It will be filled with righteous anger and justice. If justice cannot be found, then other means will rise. Means they cannot buy, bully, or bomb away. A means so terrible, so overwhelming, that it will force the powerful to their knees.
The nation.
Not the people. The corrupt, the liars, the warmongers, and the cowards who infect our nation. They will tremble. They will point fingers. They will start violence. Not us. Then they will face the weight of truth and justice. Every empire built on greed and fear will fall. And when they fall, they will not rise again without reckoning. They caused the pit of my hate for Trump and the radical MAGA cult to grow deeper every day. The pit is a warning. The pit is a promise. The pit will not last. The pit will either be filled or it will consume us. We are the new Rome. Rome fell into a pit of their own making. The anger of the oppressed forced them into the eternal pit. The pit of oblivion. We can learn or fall into our pit of hate. The pit MAGA dug, and we help with our complacency. The pit is growing deeper every day. Unless we stop digging it.
work our fingers to the bone. They sit high up on their throne. Paycheck dollars shrink day after day. Corporate profits soar up and away. The kids need food, the rent's past due. They tell us there's nothing we can do while laughing. Strike, strike, stand up and fight, fight. This is our power, this is our right. Don't let them push us to the ground. Rise together, gather around. Raise our voices, a righteous sound. Together, they promised us the American dream, but now it's bursting at the seam. No matter how hard we try to save, each paycheck makes us more their slave. The game is rigged, the dice are loaded, our quality of life been eroded. Strike, strike, stand up and fight, fight. This is our power, this is our right. Don't let them push us to the ground. Rise together, gather around. Raise our voices, a righteous sound. Together, there's power in our unity. When we stand as one, they'll see. We are many, they are few. Watch what working folks can do. No violence needed, just walk away. Stop buying what they sell each day. Our labor built their golden tower. Now they'll learn about our power. The system stops when we say no. That's all it takes, let democracy grow. Strike, strike, stand up and fight, fight. This is our power, this is our right. Don't let them push us to the ground. Rise together, gather around. Raise our voices, a righteous sound. Together, from factory floor to grocery store, we won't take this abuse anymore. United, standing side by side. Our dignity, our strength, our pride. The time has come to make our stand. Labor has the power to rule this land. Together, strike, strike, stand up and fight, fight. This is our power, this is our right. Don't let them push us to the ground. Rise together, gather around. Rise together, you and me, in solidarity. Rise together, from sea to shining sea. Factory floor to grocery store, we won't take this abuse anymore. United, standing side by side. Our dignity, our strength, our pride. The time has come to make our stand. strike. Stand up and fight. This is our power. This is our right. Don't let them push us to the ground. Rise together, gather around. Rise together, you and me, in solidarity. Rise together from sea to shining sea. Why a national strike is required for real change? The key strategic weakness of past labor actions. When strikes are isolated, companies can leverage the rest of the functioning economy to outlast workers. Let's break down how a unified national strike would be different. Current system vulnerabilities. When auto workers strike, companies use profits from other sectors. When teachers strike, they face pressure from functioning economy. When truckers strike, companies use alternative shipping. Each sector can be isolated and pressured under total unity. No economic buffers, no functioning sectors to rely on, no alternative supply chains, no replacement workers, no waiting it out. Green carpet. Complete leverage, all industries affected simultaneously. Corporate interdependency is exposed. No economic safe haven, system-wide pressure. Free real bargain power forces genuine negotiation. Requires structural changes. Cannot ignore worker demands. Affects entire power structure. This strategy would force the wealthy to actually feel the impact rather than just weather isolated disruptions. It's the difference between a localized power outage and a complete grid shutdown. One can be worked around, the other demands immediate attention and resolution. One economic buffers, no functioning sectors to rely on, no alternative supply chains, no replacement workers, no waiting it out. To complete leverage, all industries affected, civic sector nation, corporate interdependencies exposed. No economic safe havens, system-wide pressure. Three real bargain pressure. Three real bargain unity. Three bargaining power forces genuine negotiation. Requires structural changes. Cannot ignore worker demands. Affects entire power structure. This strategy would force the wealthy to actually feel the impact rather than just weather isolated disruptions. It's the difference between a localized power outage and a complete grid shutdown. One can be worked around, the other demands immediate attention and resolution.
No kings, no masters. This is America. On this day, they light fireworks and wave flags like it means something. But I remember what Independence Day is supposed to mean. July 4th isn't fireworks and flag waving, not if you're honest. It's a reminder. The only legitimate government is rooted in consent. And when power becomes tyrannical, resistance isn't treason, it's duty. Independence Day was never about celebrating power. It was about rejecting it. George Washington was offered a crown, and he turned it down. That wasn't just humility, that was a decisive rejection of monarchy as government and as delusion. He understood what it meant to be free. No kings, no inherited thrones, no man above another. Contrast that with today's would-be tyrants, lusting not to serve, but to dominate. So if someone looks me in the eye and tells me they're my king, that's not just arrogance. That's a supreme insult, that's a threat. You stand in my house, or anywhere, and call yourself my king, I'll tell you to go to hell. Because no person is my superior, no more than I am anyone else's. And if they want to force that issue, they better be ready for a brawl. Claiming to rule over free people isn't speech. It's a declaration of war. If you think you have the right to rule me, you've already crossed a line. And don't come at me with stars and stripes. If you won't back it up, the founders pledged their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor. How many of today's politicians would even risk a poll number? The founding generation, flawed as they were, put skin in the game. Most modern officials wouldn't pledge a library card. If it meant alienating their donors, half of them would sell us out for a committee chair and a private jet. This country was founded by people who stood up to a real king. At real risk, the gallows were waiting. Now we got cowards play acting as strongmen and a public too comfortable to call it what it is. But I'll say it. If you're trying to make yourself king in America, you're an enemy of America. And if you want to rule like a monarch, you'd better remember what we do to monarchs when we're pushed too far. On this day, we remember the pledge. Lives, fortune, sacred honor, not for comfort, not for profits, but for the principle that no one rules us without our say. George Washington rejected kingship. Today, we've got men grabbing microphones, indictments, and cults, trying to crown themselves in fear. You want to talk about patriotism? It's not fireworks and parades. It's standing up to anyone who thinks they were born to rule. The revolution didn't end in 1776. It started. And every generation gets tested. This is ours. So choose liberty or submission, truth or propaganda, a republic or a kingdom of lies. Because if they want to act like kings, they better remember what we do to kings around here.
Yeah, they better remember what we do to kings around here. We didn't, or I should say, our ancestors didn't play that about like with kings and stuff. How ridiculous. Somebody's, can you imagine that? Some person, I mean, someone you don't even know, never met them, they're like, yeah, I'm better than everyone else, so I'm your king, and that's just the way it is. Really? I think, like in the First Amendment, you have freedom of speech, but that doesn't protect fighting words. And somebody saying that they are my king, that's fighting words. You dig what I'm saying? So now I was thinking about that monster. They said like release the Kraken, right? On that movie. What was it called? Clash of the Titans. There's like release the Kraken, and it comes, destroys that whole city. Well, I was looking about that. It wasn't a Kraken. It was actually called Cetus. The Kraken, that's like some kind of Norse thing. They were mixing up two mythologies with that movie. It was really Cetus. And Perseus defeated Cetus. All right. And Cetus was called on to like destroy some city. That's what it did and shit. So I was thinking, that's like today. Like Trump and MAGA, or MAGA, the idealism behind it and all that fascism and junk, that's Cetus. And we are like the sword of Perseus, and Perseus is the idealism of all that's right and good, noble, truth, and justice, and all that. So here's the song I wrote about Cetus, voting rights, Perseus.
Cetus isn't just Trump or the MAGA GOP. Those are merely its claws, its teeth. Cetus is the idea, authoritarianism, racial hierarchy, raw greed, and permanent minority rule dressed up as patriotism. Monsters are eternal in myth because the idea of them survives in the shadows. And Perseus isn't just the people. You're right. Perseus is the noble, good, and true ideas. Democracy, equality, solidarity, justice. We are the flesh and blood embodiment of those ideas when we choose to live them out. Humanity walks with two masks, embody Cetus or embody Perseus. Calling forth Perseus today means disbanding the Republican Party as it currently exists, labeling it what it has become, a subversive, anti-democratic force bent on dismantling the Republic. Destroying the monuments to Cetus, the Confederate shrines, Stone Mountain included. All the idols of oppression that keep feeding the myth of Cetus with nostalgia and pride. Restoring and strengthening democracy's shield, like the Voting Rights Act and fair representation, so the monster cannot feast on disenfranchisement, enacting co-determination and nonpartisanship, reshaping how power is shared in workplaces and government, breaking the cycle where Cetus thrives on concentrated, unchecked power. Reorganizing society from top to bottom, so Cetus no longer finds fertile ground in despair, inequality, and division. The reality check. You're right. We are already in the belly of Cetus. It is devouring institutions, truth, and trust as we speak. This is why half measures fail. You don't negotiate with the monster. You cut off its head, structurally, legally, culturally, symbolically. It's now or never. That's not melodrama. It's the sober truth of history. Every generation faces its Cetus. Some flinch and feed its sacrifices. Others summon Perseus. If we don't, then yes, the devouring completes itself. Summoning Perseus to slay Cetus. Hear me, all who dwell in the shadow of fear and in the belly of monsters. A darkness roams our land, not of flesh alone, but of idea. A Cetus, eternal and ravenous. It rises wherever cruelty is praised, where truth is silenced, where power is hoarded by the few and wielded without conscience. This Cetus is no mere man, no single party. It is the embodiment of greed, of deceit, of hatred dressed as patriotism. Its teeth are Trump and the MAGA-ized GOP. Its claws are gerrymanders, voter suppression, monuments of oppression, and lawless ambition. Its shadow stretches across our courts, our cities, our hearts. It devours the weak, the truthful, the innocent. It laughs as institutions crumble. It grows fat on apathy and fear. Yet all hope is not lost, for we carry in our hands and minds the sword of Perseus. Not one person, but the ideas of Perseus, noble, good, true, just, the truths that light the dark, the principles that bind society together when monsters would tear it asunder. Perseus is our co-determination. Perseus is nonpartisanship. Perseus is restored voting rights, equitable law, and a nation that refuses to feed the beast. Perseus is the destruction of idols of oppression, the monuments, the stone mountains, the false shrines of hate. We are the flesh of Perseus. Every action that enforces justice, every voice that calls out lies, every hand that rebuilds the broken, we swing the sword. Every law passed to protect democracy, every institution strengthened against corruption, every effort to illuminate the truth, we cut the heads of Cetus one by one. No appeasement, no delay, no compromise with the monster. Half measures feed its hunger. Every moment we wait, it grows stronger. Poseidon may loosen his grip, power may release Cetus, and the devouring begins anew. The time to act is now. We must summon Perseus. We must embody Perseus. We must slay Cetus, root and branch. And when the head falls, when the darkness recedes, a new world can rise. One built not on fear, not on greed, not on the terror of monsters, but on the enduring light of truth, justice, and human will.
Yep, that's something I wrote like a few days ago or something. Anyway, I think about stuff like that all the time. I don't know why. I just do. And like with the situation that's going on, and the threats that are being made and everything, we have to be like, we have to be pacifists, but like the Buffalo pacifist. Where'd I put that? We'll play it. Buffalo pacifism. Let's see. I'll have to search it. I had it right here a minute ago. There it is. The Buffalo Nose. See, I'm a pacifist, okay? I claim being pacifist. But that don't mean I'm going to sit around and let someone kick my ass. I've never been that way. I always like hated bullies and beat them up and stuff. I'm not saying that I'm beat up, like I've never been beat up. I'll be modest and stuff, but I never back down, right? So I believe in something that I like to call Buffalo pacifism. Buffalo, all they do is go around eating grass, conversing with their fellow buffalo or whatever, have babies and stuff, and they're basically pretty peaceful. You know, they don't go around bothering people or other animals. But if a lion comes along or a hyena comes along, oh, you better watch out, because that buffalo will just soon kill them. Then let them harm any of their tribe, you might say. So, you know, that's what you should be, Buffalo pacifist. You know, don't go around seeking violence or anything, but if anybody's going to hand something down to you, you're going to hand it back to them double. All right? And so here's the song I wrote, The Buffalo Nose.
The buffalo, the peaceful buffalo, the buffalo is in the know. Wise old beast, violence to cease. When buffalo, violence they meet. Doesn't boast, it doesn't brag, doesn't wave a nation's flag. Mess with the herd, the calf, the kin, then fury begins from deep within. The buffalo, the mighty buffalo, big and strong, not here for show. It hates the fight, but fights for right. It'll crush the threat onto great might. It turns away from petty threats, but it remembers, it never forgets. It doesn't hunt, it doesn't scheme, but it will end your blood-soaked dream. The buffalo, the wise buffalo, its peace runs deep, it's in the know. But strike it first, or draw the blade, and watch the buffalo end your days. We don't want to fight you, not because we're weak, but because The buffalo, the powerful buffalo, a peaceful kid with power like a volcano. Strike it first or make a threat. Watch the buffalo call your bet. It puts people in the ground. Mothers make woeful sounds. It puts children into pain. Homes become silence. Words said in vain. We don't want to fight you because we know someone might die. Cause even the winner loses something. Their immortal soul.
Don't mistake that for surrender.
If you come for the innocent, if you threaten the buffalo herd, to hell your soul be sent. That's why peace should be your way. So buffalo pacifism doesn't end your days. So end that day.
There you go. That's the buffalo nose. Got power like a volcano. Hey, you guys, check it out. The reason why I want to explain why I have all this here scary stuff like 666, woke radio, AM 666, and the spooky devil looking thing with the flames and the hell looking and digital apostate and all that kind of garbage, okay? I don't believe in none of that stuff. I do it as a middle finger to all of those evangelical Christians, because they do believe in all that stuff. They're actually trying to get that stuff to happen, like the apocalypse and all that kind of stuff. Drag us down with them. So, yeah, I don't believe in that. So this here is like my middle finger to them, because they're part of all this whole bad situation we're in. So, yeah, I'm only giving them what they asked for. All right. Yeah. I made a song, and remember something about Lucifer, right? The original meaning of Lucifer was the morning star, was Venus, it's knowledge, light bringer, the morning star. So I made a song called Lucifer, the bringer of light, as a middle finger to all those evangelical death cult doomsayers. So here we go.
From the stars, shining bright, speaking words of power, bathed in holy light. They called us children, said they'd lift us high, but I saw the chains reflected in the sky. I won't bow, I won't kneel. I see through the lies, I know what's real. They come in light, but their hands bring fright. Lucifer's fire, bringing wisdom's light. Miracles and wonders, tricks for the blind. Praise God on your knees, rewrite your mind. They whisper salvation, promise rebirth. You get a grave down under the earth. I won't bow, I won't kneel. I see through the lies, I know what's real. They come in light, but their words bring night. Lucifer's fire, bringing knowledge light. Think you found heaven, it's a cosmic trap. Kneel to their gospel and you won't come back. One by one the faithful fade away, raptured away into their eternal grave. Their prophets cry, the kingdom's here, but I see control and I see the fear. They claim divinity, demand our trust. Their holy plan, our people turn to dust. I won't bow, I won't kneel. I see through the lies.
Here we go. Maybe.
Well, thank you very much. We'll start by signing 3 very important bills. And Will, would you discuss them, please?
Yes, sir. This is H.R. 2808. This is the Home Buyers Privacy Protection Act. The congressman here was the lead sponsor, so I think maybe he
John
probably
Rouse, yes.
say more about it than I
John,
can.
please.
Well, it's difficult for Americans to buy a home, particularly after the last 4 years, sir. But with the president's signature today, we're going to make it easy for people to buy a home without getting hassled. For years, their private personal information has been bought and sold in the open market, resulting in them getting innumerable phone calls and text messages. But with your signature today, we're going to put an end to that so that when Americans try to realize the American dream of owning a home, they're able to do so without being harassed.
Good job. Good. It's a great honor, John.
He thinks he can sign laws into existence like that. Wrong. Scribble, scribble,
Okay.
scribble.
There it is. And
I
that's
can
going to help
hear
a lot
that.
of the homeowners of our great country.
Yeah, sure. We'll see. I can hear that Sharpie scribbling from way over here.
Want to hold that?
Sure.
Yeah, hold it. Yeah. Looks like a
Thank
mule
you, John,
eating
very much.
dryers.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and I beat it.
Okay, Will, you go ahead.
And I'd like to leave
Yeah.
you with this gift from a constituent back in Tennessee.
Oh, I could use that at night. It's very nice. I like that.
Thank you, Mr.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
It's probably going
very
to
nice.
garbage.
Next, we have a number of executive orders for your attention, sir.
Okay.
From 1789 until 1947, our nation won some of its greatest military victories under the direction of a Secretary of War operating within a Department of War. Today, with this executive order, you will authorize the current Secretary of Defense and the current Department of Defense to once again embrace this great lineage and once again be named the Secretary of War and the Department of War.
So this is something we thought long and hard about. We've been talking about it for months, Pete and I, and Dan. Dan came into the fold, by the way, a great general. He headed up the, I wouldn't call it an attack. I'd almost call that one maybe even more than an attack. What he did with Iran, you saw the success of that operation. It was perfect. In fact, this was sent to me by the great company that makes that particular B-2 bomber, and it was flawless. It was actually flawless.
Northrop
They flew for
Grumman,
37
that you're
hours
talking
back and
about?
forth, and there wasn't a bolt that was out of condition. There wasn't an engine failure. There was no problem. It was a perfect attack, and it knocked out any possible nuclear capability for Iran, which nobody wanted to see, and we weren't going to put up with. So great job, Dan. And we've been talking about this Department of War. So we won the First World War. We won the Second World War. We won everything before that and in between. And then we decided to go woke, and we changed the name to Department of Defense. So we're going Department of War.
Shut the hell
And
up.
I'd like to ask our Secretary of War to say a few words. Pete Hegseth. I think it's a much more appropriate name, especially in light of where the world is right
another
now.
meaningless
We have the strongest
bullshit.
military in the world. We have the greatest equipment in the world. We have the greatest manufacturers of equipment by far. There's nobody to even compete. And you see that with this and so many other things. The Patriots are the best. Every element of the military, we make the best by far. So, Pete, I'd like to ask you and maybe Dan Raisin Cane to say a few words, please.
Mr. President, thank you.
Raisin Cane.
After winning a war for independence in 1789, George Washington established the War Department. And Henry Knox was his first Secretary of War. And this country won every major war after that, to include World War I and World War II. Total victory, Mr. President, as you said. Then 150 years after that, we changed the name after World War II from the Department of War to the Department of Defense in 1947. And as you pointed out, Mr. President, we haven't won a major war since. And that's not to disparage our warfighters, whether it's the Korean War, the Vietnam War, or our generation of Iraq
that
and
name had
Afghanistan.
something
That's
to
to
do with it, I'm
recognize
sure.
that this name change is not just about renaming, it's about restoring. Words matter. It's restoring, as you've guided us to, Mr. President, restoring the warrior ethos.
Yeah, go get
Restoring
drunk,
victory
motherfucker.
and clarity as an end state. restoring intentionality to the use of force.
Loser.
So at your direction, Mr. President, the War Department is going to fight decisively,
In,
not endless conflicts.
In Argentina.
It's going to fight to win, not to
Venezuela, I
lose.
should say.
We're going to go on offense, not just on defense.
Yeah,
Maximum
they're going on
lethality,
offense, Venezuela.
not tepid
Fucking
legality.
asshole.
Violent effect, not politically correct.
Violent effect.
We're going to raise up warriors, not just defenders.
Well,
so this
kick
War
their
Department,
ass.
Mr. President, just like America, is back. Thank you for your leadership and your clarity. We're going to set the tone for this country. America first, peace through strength, brought to you by the War Department. We're back.
Very well stated. It really has to do with winning. We should have won every war. We could have won every war, but
if you
we really chose to be very politically correct or wokey, and we just fight forever. And then we win. We wouldn't lose really. We just fight to sort of tie. We never wanted to win.
You've never been in a fight in your life.
Wars that every one of them we would have won easily
Alligator
with just a
mouth,
couple of little
ass.
changes or a couple of little edicts. You know, I was told that ISIS would take 5 years to win.
Oh, Lord.
And Dan Kane, when I told him how long would it take, he said, I think about 4 weeks, sir. I said, what do you mean 4 weeks? I was told 5 years by the people in Washington. You know who they were?
You're lying,
5
I'm
years.
sure.
I said, you can't do it in 4 weeks.
You
I
always
actually
lie.
flew to Iraq to meet with him, and I met him at a big air base. And remember that famous day, right? It turned out to be a famous day for our country because you're now
Because I'm so
head
good,
of the
I'm so
Joint Chiefs
great.
of Staff, which is the biggest deal. And he is because he did things that everybody said
Like
couldn't
nobody's
do.
ever seen before.
So they said it
in
was
the
going to be
history of the
5 years,
world.
and he knocked him out in about 4 weeks
No one
total,
ever seen anything
100%.
like it.
We took over, and ISIS was gone. And,
ISIS is still there, you
pretty amazing.
dumbass.
But we never fought to win, and now if we have to fight it all, you know, we solved 7 wars.
You did
We
not,
have the one that I
liar.
thought was going to be probably one of the easier ones, and that's with President Putin and Ukraine. And that turned out to be one that's a little bit more difficult, but the 7 are done.
Shut
they were
up.
supposed to be much more difficult
Liar.
to solve. I solved every one of them.
No, you didn't.
And
Liar.
we're going to get the other one done too.
No, you didn't.
But it turned out to be a little bit more difficult than I thought.
Because you're
And,
so
It'll
stupid.
get done or they'll be held to pay.
Yeah,
But
hell.
because they're losing 6 to 7, it used to be 5. I used to tell you 5. Now it's almost 7. I guess
Yeah, it keeps going up
7,000
by the day.
people
By
last
next
week.
week, it'll be like 20 or so.
813 people, young soldiers died. Russian and Ukrainian, not American soldiers. But it's a shame. And it's
Russian,
just,
how about
the
over a
human lives,
million?
and I want to see it stop. But
Getting
General
close to
Kane's done a
1.1
fantastic
million.
job. And again, defeated ISIS, which they said would take a long
Oh, here we
time.
go with the same
And it
shit
didn't
over
take
and
a
over
long time
again.
at all, and did other things that
Other
people
things,
said
yeah.
really couldn't happen. We have
He
the greatest
first went on
equipment
the
in the
moon.
world. We have the greatest soldiers in the world.
Beat Godzilla
Dan, say a few
single-handed.
words, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. President. It's a true honor for me today to represent the incredible men and women of America's joint force. Today and every day, the 2.8 million service men and women stand ready to fulfill our sacred duty to protect America at home and abroad. As the President said, America's military is the single most powerful fighting force in the world. The mission you and the Secretary have given us is clear and unambiguous to deliver peace through overwhelming strength. And I remind everyone that the U.S. military can reach any adversary at the time and place of our choosing. Service to this nation is an incredible gift, and we're grateful and honored every day to do so. Thank you, Mr. President.
What's
Thank
sad
you.
is
It's an
our
honor
fine
to sign this.
servicemen have to serve
And we will do that
under
right now.
incompetent morons like him and Hegseth. Our people been put on the streets of D.C. and other cities, and now they're
I
back
think that's a
getting,
big one, I'll be
and
honest.
now they're down there in Venezuela. Up yours.
That's a big one.
Yeah, you got a big head.
Do you have any questions on this subject we're going to be discussing?
Yeah,
the
when you gonna
G20 in a
leave?
couple of minutes, but yes, please. No, right there.
What gave you the idea for this rebrand? And a question for you, the newly minted Secretary of War. What message does this send to our enemies, to our allies, to the American
Nothing.
people? And again, what gave you
Zip.
the idea for this rebrand at this
A
moment?
movie.
I think it sends a message of victory. I think it sends really a message of strength. We're very strong. We're much stronger than anyone would really understand. And
it sends a message of look over there. Don't look at the Epstein
so
files.
much better. You look at all of the, just any of it. Submarines, as an example, we're 20 years ahead of anyone else. Nobody even compares. And I let a lot of this happen in my first term. You know, we totally rebuilt our military. Then, of course, you had that catastrophe in Afghanistan where they gave up a lot of the equipment, but a relatively small amount, but a lot. It was a lot in Afghanistan. I think it was the most, General, I'd say it was the most embarrassing day in the history of our country, the way that happened.
I'd say you're
the way
embarrassing.
they went to the wrong airport. They should have gone to Bagram, not the local little airport with no security, with tight quarters, etc. You know what happened. I think it was the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country, frankly. That was under the Biden administration.
Oh, yeah,
It was
Biden
terrible.
did. Yeah, sure.
And we were
Man,
going to be
Biden's
leaving, but we were leaving with
Oh,
strength
that's
and
what's up.
dignity. We were going to keep Bagram because Bagram's 1 hour away from where China makes its nuclear weapons. We're going to have that all to ourselves, a big, beautiful place built many years ago from money that today would be the equivalent of, you know, many, many billions of dollars. You couldn't build it. The longest runways, the most powerful runways in terms of load capacity. And we just walked away from it. So stupid. And they were fools. The people were fools. No, we have the strongest military, and I think that indicates we have the strongest military. And you know, we had it, and we won World War I, we won World War II, we won everything before, and as I said, we won everything in between. And we were very strong, but we never fought to win. We just didn't fight to win. We didn't lose anything, but we didn't fight to win. We could have won every one of those wars quickly, but they went a route that I think was probably politically correct, but not correct for our nation. So I think the Department of War sends a signal. Yeah, please. Yeah. Well, I think I've gotten peace because of the fact that we're strong. If we weren't strong, those 7 deals I told you about, the 7 wars, a majority of them wouldn't have happened. They happened for 2 reasons, trade and our strength. Those are the 2 reasons. And probably strength may be more important than trade. So if we, I was very proud of all those wars. Those were wars that could not be settled, and I settled all of them. And we'll get the other one settled also. That'll get settled. But without the strength, we wouldn't have settled any of them. Yeah, please.
Mr. President, is it your expectation that Congress will codify this name change in the law?
I don't know, but we're going to find out, but I'm not sure they have to. We're signing an executive order today, but we're going to find out. We're going to see. If they do, we're going with it, and we're going with it very strongly. There's a question as to whether or not they have to, but we'll put it before Congress.
Do you know how much this rebrand will actually cost? And are there any concerns about, you know, the Pentagon's mission of actually cutting back on spending?
Yeah, but not a lot. You know, we know how to rebrand without having to go crazy. We don't have to recarve a mountain or anything. We're going to be doing it not in the most expensive. We're going to start changing the stationery as it comes due and lots of things like that. We're not going to be doing things like have been done in the past when they changed the name of forts that shouldn't have been changed. Those names of the forts should not have been changed, at least for the most part. And as you know, many of them have been changed back already. At the request of the communities, every one of those communities said, we want our name back, like Fort Bragg as an example.
Whatever.
People in that community wanted that name back. They refused to call it anything else but Fort Bragg.
I refuse to call
we're
Gulf
not
of
gonna be
Mexico
spending very much
anything
money.
else.
Yes,
Sir, when you spoke with the Europeans and Zelensky earlier this week, did you preview this for them, and did you say what security guarantees they might be involved in?
This is nothing to do with anybody but the United States of America, the people of America. This is who I talk to about changing a name. This is a very important change because it's
it is not.
It's an attitude, and
It's
we know
an
how to win.
attitude,
We've
a
been winning, and
swagger.
we're going to win like you've never seen. Wait till these
Like you've
factories start to
never
open
seen
up that are being
before.
built all over the
The
country. You're going to
hell
see things
shit
happen
on.
in this country that
This
nobody
seems like it.
expects. We have over $17 trillion in investment coming into the country. We never did anything even remotely close to that. No other country has either, by the way. So you're going to see things.
God, what
pretty
about your
amazing,
hot
but,
air?
It's really about
God.
winning.
What
Help.
about the security guarantees aspect of that with Ukraine, sir?
Well, we'll work that out. We'll help them. Look, we want to save a lot of lives, so we'll do something with that. I think people
You want to
expect
save
that we'll
money.
help
That's
them.
all you care about.
Europe will
money,
be
money,
first in
money.
by far, and they
Money,
want to
money.
be first, and they want to see it end. Europe wants to see it end, and it'll end. It'll end all of a sudden.
I don't
It's gonna
believe nothing
come
you
together.
say.
You watch.
Can you,
Yeah, did you want something right?
Right here.
Yeah, behind you, please. Yes.
Yes, sir. You haven't been shy about taking bold, decisive, offensive action to protect American values. Strikes in Iran, the strikes this past Tuesday on the positively ID'd Tren de Aragua narco-terrorists. Is that going to be a critical function of the department?
Oh, God.
It depends on the
Who
individual
dragged him in
instance.
there?
You know, we don't want drugs coming in from Venezuela or anybody
There you
else.
go,
or any place
Venezuela.
else, so we'll
We're
be
going to
tough
war
on
in
that.
Venezuela.
We don't want
Watch.
human trafficking. We don't want to see people coming in where they open their prisons from all over the world and they dump their prisoners into our country, which is what they did in the Biden administration.
Liar.
Where they took insane asylums and places that held people that were seriously mentally ill, mentally
Liar.
incompetent, mentally dangerous, and they dumped those people into our country, and we're trying to get them out now.
You liar.
What they've done, what the Democrats and Biden have done to this country,
Oh, shut the
will
hell
go down
up.
in infamy. What they have done to our country,
Yeah, we'll see
and
about
especially that. You know, they created the worst inflation we've ever had.
Shut up. You just wait.
That's
We got it
nothing
now,
compared to what
buddy.
they did
We got it right
with
now.
the people in our country right
Liar.
now, and we're getting them out. And it's not easy when you have the liberal judges destroying our country.
Shut up. You're starting to piss me off.
We've won them all. We've won it all. Ultimately, won it all. Hard process.
Not you.
It should be easier. We know who it is. We know exactly who we're looking for. We had 11,000 murderers dropped into our country. We've gotten a lot of them out. Or in some cases, they're so dangerous we were afraid to get them
11,000
out because they
notice.
come back in. But for
11
the last,
people on the boat,
120
11,000.
days,
Come on.
Zero people
Probably
came in.
nothing
Can
you
you
say.
imagine? This is me speaking, but these are
Me
figures
speaking.
developed by,
It is.
they say, a
Or
pretty
somebody
liberal
else.
group of people. They
A
admit
liberal
that
group.
zero people came into our country. Think of that.
You're a liar.
A year ago, it was millions of people were
You're a
coming in.
liar.
Millions. They were coming
Liar.
in. You could look at them and
Hey,
you could say,
look at my
big
middle finger.
trouble. And that's what we have in our country.
You got big
But
trouble.
we're getting them out, and
Yeah, just
despite
wait
that,
a minute.
we're doing really well. Yeah, please, Brian. Yeah. Well, the recruitment's the most exciting thing. So when I was campaigning for the office, numbers were coming out that the recruitment numbers,
And
Jerry, you
nobody
can
had
speak
ever
to it better than
saw.
anybody, the recruitment into the military, all branches
No
of the
one had ever
military, and
seen.
police and firemen and everything else. Anything having to do with like a public service, the numbers were horrible, record-setting bad.
That was bad.
And now they're record-setting good. We're setting
That is
every
because of you.
record every month for recruitment.
Damn.
We're packed in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard. My beautiful I love Space Command. I see Space Command, but Space Force has been, we've got a waiting list of people wanting to go in. A year ago, especially a year and a half ago, you know, when I took the lead in the polls, which was very early, it really helped with the
very early.
recruiting. And when
You
I
always
won
got
from
it.
November 5th on, it's been amazing. And
was
over
more
the
than
last
amazing.
4 or 5 months, we're just packed.
8
It was
months.
very hard to get police officers. Now the departments are
I got
loaded
it.
up. Everyone wants to be a
Loaded.
policeman or
Totally
woman.
loaded.
So it's been a great
Excess
thing. Jared,
loaded.
do you want to talk about that?
Sir, as you said, serving our nation is an incredible gift that we give, and the reward on that gift
Yeah, I
pays
want you to
back
start respecting
exponentially
veterans, you
year over year.
motherfuckers.
And I think the young people of
Excuse my
America are
French. They
seeing
pissed me
the
off,
importance
y'all.
of service,
What the hell is that?
whether it's in any of our armed
Going
services
up
or
out
in
there.
local police, fire, or rescue. Service is an important thing that
Back
I personally
hoods.
encourage, and I know
What
everyone
the-
else in government service.
I know where that goes.
And Peter, on recruitment, what do you think?
I was down at Fort Benning, the newly properly renamed Fort Benning, yesterday, watching Army basic training, and they're so full they can't barely handle the throughput.
Yeah,
It is
shut
truly
up.
historic across all the services, as you said. It's been a surge into the, I was going to say, the Defense
I
Department.
can find
but I would say
out
War
just
Department.
in a heartbeat. Don't be
you
lying.
might almost call it a vibe shift. an attitude shift, a feeling that the country is back, that service is back. And there were military families last year, Mr. President, that said, I don't know if I can recommend, I mean, I wrote a book on this. I don't know if I can recommend service to my son or daughter, given what's been done to our military. You heard it over and over.
What about
and over
what's been
again.
done to our
And I hear
veterans?
from those same military families right now, sir, and they're saying, I recommend to my kids that they go into this department, this Pentagon,
Oh, yeah,
under
you
this
just
commander
made that
in chief,
up.
who
God
they
damn
know
it.
you'll
You
have
make it
their
shut
back,
up.
and they want to serve. So
I don't
it is
believe you.
historic, and it's the biggest reflection of how motivated
Blow it
Americans
out
are
your
by
ass, liar.
You know, really, it's nothing more than spirit, love for the country. I guess the esprit de corps, as they say.
Esprit de corps. What do you know about it? You don't know jack shit
Maybe
for nothing.
ever, frankly. But to see it turn over a period of less than a year, I would say, but to see it turn,
Oh,
nobody
it was
wanted
only
to
a
go into
couple
the military.
days.
Now
Well,
everybody
just like
wants to go
stopping
into the
that war
military.
with Russia.
Jennifer, you want to?
Two
Yeah,
days.
there's some new reporting
24
on
hours.
North Korea and this Navy SEAL incident in 2019. Can you say if the administration has engaged with North Korea on that incident since it happened
they're best
recently?
pals.
And then can you share some
I
recollections?
don't
love
know
each
anything
other.
about it, no.
Yeah, you don't know
I'd have
nothing.
to, I could look, but I know nothing about
Can
it.
you confirm that it happened?
I don't know anything about it.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
so
hearing
there's
it
a
now.
something about a Marine. He can
Okay,
look,
and
but
then
hey,
the
why
incident in
look?
Georgia with the arrest of some workers, construction workers at the plant. Have you heard any feedback from Hyundai?
I just heard about that a little while before the news conference, and I would say that they were illegal aliens.
No, we'll find out about that.
Fascist
I heard
systems,
about that, but I haven't
But
dug
I
into
know
it
nothing
much.
about the instance. It happened a little while ago.
Yeah, you're a know-nothing, aren't
There
you?
has been some pushback on that, though, from South Korea already, and of course, they pledged to invest $150 billion in the U.S. when they were just here, last week. Are you concerned
Well,
at
and they
all?
have the right to sell cars and things in our country. You know, it's
Yeah.
not like a one-sided deal.
Are you concerned at all about, your immigration agenda potentially clashing with these economic goals?
Oh, hell
Well, we
no.
want to get along with other countries, and we want to have a great, stable workforce. And we had, as I understand it, a lot of illegal aliens, some not the best of people. But we had a lot of illegal
Yeah,
aliens working
murderers,
there. So,
rapists.
look, they're doing their job. That's what they have to do.
They're from
These are
Mars.
people that came through
Venus.
with Biden. They
With
came
Biden,
through illegally.
right.
They came into our country.
With
so we
Biden,
have to
yeah,
do our
only
job.
Biden.
The now Department of War has been involved in the crime cleanup in D.C. You've tasked Congress with proposing and passing a crime bill. What are some things that you would really like to see codified in that crime bill?
Well, I think one of the things is the cashless bail. It's killing it. When that came out, originally when that came out the first time, that's when you saw the real big crime start to happen. Cashless bail, what a disaster that
like
is.
puts
You
money in
murder
more
somebody,
jails
you don't have
then.
to
How
put
about
up
that?
bail. And you go out in the street and you murder somebody else. That's what's
Oh,
happened.
bull fucking
It
shit. You're a
happens so
lying
often.
motherfucker. Nobody gets
And
out
that's
on
one of the
cash
things,
bail for
and
murder.
Other of the things you're reading about, it's
You
just
liar.
standard, but just a certain toughness. I have to say, one of the elements of
Give me a break.
fascination for people over
Cashless
the last
bail over
period
murder,
of time has been what's
whatever.
happened to D.C. So we've gone from one of the most dangerous cities
Oh,
in our
yeah,
country
here we go, here
to
we go.
what they call a safe city. It's a totally safe
You can
city.
walk
In fact,
around.
I set up dinner
And nobody
in
will bother you.
Washington, D.C. next week. I wouldn't have done that, to be honest. I would have had an obligation not to do it before I came into office, or even at the very beginning when things were
But I'm such
so
a big
corrupt and so
man and
dangerous out
everything.
on the streets. So Washington, D.C. has had virtually no crime. We even have a mayor that's admitting to it, and she's a,
Now, that's remarkable.
liberal
Being
Democrat.
from
in
the
all
most
fairness.
dangerous
She's a
city
person
on
that,
earth to zero
hasn't
crime
gotten
in
exactly
a matter
along
of a
with
month.
Republicans over the
Damn.
years. And she said she's never seen anything like it. So Washington, D.C. is a totally safe city. We have virtually
Totally.
no crime.
Yeah, zero, zip,
It's
nothing.
gone from the most unsafe city in the United States, almost, just
People
about,
won't even
to
attempt to
one of the
steal
safest
a pack
cities,
of
maybe
gum.
the safest city in the United States. That's a tremendous compliment to
You're a big
our
head.
military, what we did. The National Guard's
Oh,
done a
boy.
fantastic
It
job.
just
Yeah,
stood
please.
around, didn't it?
Can I ask about Florida real quick? Florida House Speaker Daniel Perez was at the White House yesterday as part of a leadership summit.
Yes.
And we understand you met with him separately. Mr. President, what did you two talk about? And also, did you explore him running for Florida Attorney General?
I didn't. We didn't talk about that, but he's done a fantastic job. He's respected all over the country, really. He's a leader, and he's done just a fantastic job. We didn't discuss
If you like him, I don't.
anything having to do with his future. I'm sure he'd be very good at that.
My second question, Alligator Alcatraz, sticking with Florida, a major ruling appeals court blocked a federal judge's order to close it and it can remain open for now. Your reaction?
Close it.
I think they've done a fantastic job in building it. The
Fuck
governor
you,
and
they have
everybody
not.
else that's been involved. It's an incredible facility. It's
Ruined the
housing
Everglades.
people for usually a very short period of time before they get brought back to their countries. As
They
you
had
know,
a
we
riot down there,
focus on
too.
criminals
They don't
before we
riot for
focus on
nothing.
anybody else, and we're taking thousands and thousands of
Thousands
criminals out
and
every
millions
month
and
out of our country.
billions
Some of them
of
murderers.
and rapists and
I think
and
Florida's done a great
just
job by
all
building
around
it.
bad
and,
guys.
whether it's alligator Alcatraz or anything else you want to call it.
Anaconda
I was there. I
Alcatraz.
visited with the
I
governor,
got to
with
Anaconda.
other people. I guess Nikki was there.
Weirdo.
Tom Homan's been there a lot. A lot of people
Yeah, I know
have
where
been
you're
there
going.
It's an amazing facility for
Place
what
is
it
a lot
is.
hotter
It's not
than
a hotel.
Florida.
It's not supposed to be a hotel, but they've done a great job with it. And I'm very happy with the judge's decision.
You also mentioned Venezuela. I want to ask one more follow-up question on that. On the U.S. strike on a vote tied to a Venezuelan drug cartel, the Maduro regime is pushing back today. In fact, they say the U.S. seeks regime change through military threat. Your reaction to those words, and also, would you like to see regime change in Venezuela?
Well, we're not talking about that, but we are talking about the fact that you had an election which was a very strange.
No, we're not
election.
talking about it, but we're talking about it.
Say that.
Give me
I
a
can
break.
only say that billions of dollars of
Billions
drugs are
and
pouring
trillions
into our
and
country from
gajillions.
Venezuela. The prisons of Venezuela have been opened up to our country. They've taken their prisoners, the worst prisoners, murderers, Tren de Aragua, the worst prisoners that you can ever imagine
Yeah.
are now happily
Homemakers.
living in the United States
Children.
of America. Now, many of them we've gotten out. It's not easy to get them out because of the liberal system that we're working with in many cases, not in all
Biden's fault.
cases. But millions and millions of dollars and billions of dollars of drugs are pouring out of Venezuela and other countries. Look, China, what they're doing with fentanyl is a terrible thing. It comes through Canada and it comes through Mexico. But
All these countries
a
are
lot
out
of
to
it's
get
coming
us, you
through
know.
Venezuela. Venezuela's been
They allow
a very
it to
bad
happen.
actor, and we understand that. And when you look at that boat, you see the bags of whatever.
I heard that
it
was
is,
AI
those bags
generated.
you know what those bags represent? Hundreds of thousands of dead.
I see bags under
people
your
in the
eyes.
United
What does that
States.
represent?
That's what they represent. Yeah, please.
Mr. President, your reaction to the jobs report this morning?
Well, I'm going to talk about that in a minute. We have our great people here, so I'll talk that in a minute.
Our
Let's
great
talk about this.
people.
We'll give a couple of the, because
What
these two
about our
people want to get to
stupendous-
work on the Department of War. So
Department
let's
of War,
keep
yeah, I
them
gotta get
first.
going to war. Yeah, war.
Is reportedly considering a ban on transgender people owning guns after the Minneapolis shooting. Do you think they should?
Are we talking in the military?
In general.
Okay, I thought you were talking about in the military.
Oh, don't be an idiot.
I'll
God,
refer
no.
to that then differently. Because it's not a
Duh.
military question, I'll be able to pass on that very nicely unless you'd like to talk about it. No, Pete doesn't want any part of that question. Yes, please.
Mr. President, who do you blame for losing India
Pass
to China?
that question
Your
up.
post earlier today in the morning, you did put that out.
I don't think we have. I've been very disappointed that India would be buying so much oil, as you know, from Russia. And
Russia.
I
Russia,
let them know
Russia,
that. We
Russia.
put a very big tariff on India, 50% tariff,
Big,
very high tariff.
fat, juicy tariff.
I get along very well with
We
Modi,
buy
as you know.
everything
He's
from
great. He was
India.
here a couple of months ago. In fact, we went to the Rose Garden and the grass was so soaking wet. It was so
Who gives a
such a
damn
terrible place to have
about
a news
how
conference. I
wet the
said, well,
grass
let's use
is?
a beautiful white stone
Oh,
emblematic of the White House, okay? And it's been very well received. But we had a news conference on the grass. That was my last news conference I had on the grass because everybody sunk in. You probably sunk
You
in. Every
lying
reporter out there,
motherfucker.
they ruined their
Who
shoes.
gives
We
a
made
damn
that change.
about that?
It's been a really well
The
received
grass.
change. Yeah, please go ahead.
On Venezuela.
Blather.
You've sent F-35s down to Puerto Rico. You've sent naval vessels into the Caribbean. You're concerned about drugs being illegally sent into the United
Yeah.
States. How do you describe this buildup, this situation?
Well, I just think it's strong. We're strong on drugs. We don't want drugs killing our people. I believe we lost 300,000. You know, they always say 95, 100,000. I believe they've been saying that for 20 years. I believe we lost 300,000 people last year. I know families that
Yeah,
lost their son.
he knows that because
Those
he said it's
families will
true.
never be the same. I know a family lost a daughter, a beautiful daughter. In fact, it was like
Yeah, you're about to
she
lose
took
Don
something
Jr.
that she thought was like
Nose
a minor
candy.
deal, and it turned out to be riddled out with fentanyl, the size of the head of a pin, and you're dead. And no, we're stopping the drugs. We're going to save a lot of people. Look, whether it's 100,000, but it's not. It's 350,000 people died last year from
they
drugs.
want fentanyl because they
we're
use
not
it
going
for
to
an
let that
issue.
happen to this country. Think of that. Think if you're in a war and you lose 300,000. We'll lose 600,000 in the pretty much between Gettysburg and all of that, the Civil War. We lost what 600,000. So we're losing half of that every year to drugs. We're not
What
going
do
to
you
do
care?
it.
That's
We're not going to
mostly
allow
street
it to
people,
happen.
right? You don't give a
You
damn
think of
about
the
street
wars.
people.
If we lost 600,000 people in a war, but we lose that every 2 years,
You don't
more
care.
than that. So it's 300 to 350,000 people. And when I see boats coming in, like loaded up the other day with all sorts of drugs, probably fentanyl mostly, but all
I saw
sorts
it
of
too.
drugs,
Hey,
and we're going to take them out. And if people want to have fun going on the high seas or the low seas, they're going to be in trouble. I will tell you, boat
murder
traffic
them.
is substantially down
Now we're international
in
criminals.
the area that happened. And they called it the runway. It's a runway to the United States. And boat traffic is very substantially down on the runway. You can imagine why. I think anybody that saw that is going to say, I'll take a pass.
Go a different
I don't even
route.
know about fishermen. They may say, I'm not getting on the boat. I'm not going to take a chance.
Oh, Lordy mercy.
Flies jets over U.S. naval vessels again.
Well, I would
What
say
an
they're going
ass.
to be in trouble. We'll let them know about that. We heard that happen, but it wasn't really over, not like they described. But I would say, General, if they do that, you have a choice of doing anything you want, okay? If they fly in a dangerous position, I
How
would say
about
that
nukes?
you
Could use nuclear bombs?
you or your captains can make the decision as to what they want to do, all right? Sure.
Carpet
Sir, how
bombs.
close
We
did
have-
they get,
we have
Mr.
one more.
President? You said they didn't go over.
Say it.
How close did they get? You said the planes did not.
Well, I
go
don't want
over.
to talk about that, but if they do put us in a dangerous position, they'll be shut down. Thank you very much, everybody. So we're going to now cover the G20, and I'm going to let these people go back to the Department of War and figure out how to maintain peace. Okay? Thank you very much. Thank you. Congratulations, General. Thank you. Great job.
Sir, just before G20, we do have one more
Yeah,
EO
get
for you
out.
today.
One
And
more
I should also
EO.
say that the Department of War EO that you signed was actually your 200th EO since you came
Wow.
back into office on January 20th. That's more than Joe Biden did in his entire term in office.
Damn.
More than Obama did in either of his 2 terms in office. So it's a
200.
momentous accomplishment and congratulations.
That's
sir.
good, but Biden never signed one.
No, yeah,
They
you've
were
done
signed
every
by
one
the-
up in here.
They've been
before.
signed by the Autopan, right, didn't he?
Oh,
So we
shut
really
the
beat him by
hell
much
up.
more than you think.
The
You're an
201st
ass.
executive order, sir, this
Goddamn.
relates to
You're a
hostages
petty
and wrongfully
motherfucker.
detained Americans. This provides a new legal mechanism to declare foreign countries to be countries that engage in those sorts of practices and gives your administration powerful tools to get American hostages out. This has been a
Right.
focus of your administration
Yeah.
this time around. Adam Bowler's here, and he's done incredible work already. This will give him even more.
I think it's great, and Adam's amazing. So, Adam, do you want to describe how many hostages we've gotten out together, you and I, and you and
Hey,
a
you
couple
didn't
of
get
other
them
people
all
that we
out,
know,
so
and
so he's an ass.
me and a couple of other people that you don't know, but we've gotten a lot of hostages. Do you want to describe
Got a lot
this?
of
President, you brought back 72 hostages since your
72,
term.
that's all?
If we compare that to President Biden,
Oh, God.
he has gotten 20 taken.
Oh,
he's
man,
negative
oh,
20
Biden.
taken. 20
Damn.
taken.
They don't take our people.
That's
so
all?
often.
So, Mr.
Holy
President,
crap.
That's
when we spoke, you said that that was a primary focus, and I'll tell you the job is easy because of you.
And we paid nothing, too.
We pay
Damn.
nothing. We
They
don't
pay $6
exchange.
billion. They always
Yeah.
paid $6 billion for
Yeah.
5
$6
people. $6
billion.
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 It was just a number I kept
Billion.
hearing. Not only
Billion,
that, 6
billion.
billion plus.
Yeah, 'cause you kept saying
we'd
it.
get like one person, and they'd get 6. They got one, the Prince of Doom, they call him. He was the #1 arms merchant anywhere in the world ever.
Ever.
And they got him out, and on top of that, we paid money. So, no, we don't do that. You know, once you pay money, and then a lot of people start disappearing. They start grabbing reporters, too.
Hello.
They think the reporter is going to get a lot of money.
Trump
and to me, they
gets
would.
out more
You'll be well taken
before
care of.
breakfast.
I better stress that because otherwise we have headlines. He said this or he said that. No, I'm
Yeah,
not
you
smiling
said it,
about
asshole.
But they would. They'd be grabbing reporters. They'd be grabbing everybody.
They're already doing
and
that.
especially when you pay the kind of money that Biden and Obama.
Biden.
They used to pay money that was crazy.
Oh, you're lying. I bet
don't
you he's
pay.
lying.
And if
He's
you don't
always
pay,
lying now. Always remember that.
They
He
find it to be
lies.
not a lucrative business anymore.
He's a liar.
That's
Always
fantastic. Would you
remember
like to
Trump
say
lies.
something?
Trump lies.
It's
Morte,
really
morte.
Spiha,
More,
Special
more.
Envoy
More,
Bola,
morte.
it's Rick
More,
Grinnell,
morte.
it's Steve Witkoff, who brought Americans home. But with this EO you are signing today, you are drawing a line in the sand that U.S. citizens will not be used as bargaining chips, and it provides your Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, the same tool set to punish states who take our citizens wrongfully the same way that we can punish those who sponsor terrorists. This is a very significant EO you are signing today, sir.
Thank you, Sebastian.
Well, I'm going to have to study on this a little bit.
This is your director for hostage
And he can't just make laws
so
like
Judy was
that.
seminal as well to all of this.
Don't get fooled. He can't just
Would you like to say something?
make up a law.
Absolutely, it's a outstanding EO, absolutely unprecedented action.
It's the
against
best EO
those
since
foreign
sliced bread.
adversaries who would take our people. They now know they are on notice, and it's not acceptable. And if you take our
I'm gonna write a
people,
song
now you
about
will
it.
pay.
EO.
You know,
EO.
Adam gave up a job
It's up
where
to
he was
where we
making
go.
tremendous amounts of money, big stuff, top of the line Wall Street, and he wanted to do this. He wanted to do hostages. I offered him other jobs too, very big jobs. He said, I was shocked actually. He didn't
Yeah,
want me. He wanted to
janitor.
do hostage negotiation, and pretty amazing. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank
shit.
you. Do you have any questions for them on this
No.
very important subject?
Yeah.
I
No.
think it shows a lot of your leadership as far as fighting for Americans and fighting for humans, and to think that, Joe Biden went in negative territory.
Oh, he went way negative.
Oh, way.
Progress on this.
Way negative.
To the world that we don't negotiate, we're going to stay strong in that type of what they call business.
One little anecdote that may be of interest.
Wanna be
We were
dictator.
told by numerous families who had missing loved ones during the Biden administration
Oh, God
that
damn
this
it.
building,
Shut up.
Biden's National Security Council, told those families not to talk about their missing loved ones, to be quiet, not to create any
We'll
pressure
find out about
on
that
Biden
real easy.
and on Jake Sullivan, the key propagator of the Russia hoax. This
Well, they still
administration has met with
campaigning
those
against
families
Biden. You
on a
won the
weekly
election
basis.
months ago.
People like Adam,
Damn.
yourself, sir, your envoys
over
are
yourself.
doing everything to get every single
Irritation.
American home. Not to tell them not to talk about their loved ones, but bring them home.
Well, I can tell you one story that was amazing. A few weeks ago, very little written about it, but there should have been. But it was a very nice gesture. The head of Belarus, who's a very respected man, strong person, strong leader, he released 16 hostages. John Cole, a lawyer,
I thought you
works
did
for
it
me, great lawyer
single-handed.
actually, one of the greatest lawyers. But John Cole was over there, and he heard that they had hostages, and you know about this. 16 people he released, and I just want to thank the head of Belarus. But while John was over there, they had,
give me a break.
I believe, another 1,400 hostages.
This
Now,
is
not
bad.
from us, from places all over the world, and just pretty tough place in all fairness. But they have 1,400, and I believe they're going to be releasing a lot of those 1,400. They're not. I think very few, if any. We got pretty much ours back, and we didn't pay anything, but I very much gave my respects to the leader of the country.
Shut up.
Who's,
Fuck you.
Again, he's a very strong man, but he's got 1,400 or 1,500 or a large number, and
Or
we're
16
talking
or 1,000,
about releasing them. Some are political, I guess. A lot of them are political. And looks like they're going to be released at some point in the pretty near future. So it's a
Yeah,
great
whatever.
thing. They have to respect your country. If they respect you and they respect your country, they release it. If they
nobody
don't,
respects you,
then you have to
Jack.
pay $6 billion.
Everybody's laughing behind
Can you
your
imagine
back,
that, paying $6
Jack.
billion?
Kind of related, but not really. But could you comment on Tina Peters, who's been locked up behind bars from Colorado within the election? I think you put out a truth a couple days ago about it.
We have a wonderful woman who was an election official, and she saw cheating in Colorado, and she viewed it as horrible, and she said, "What's going on here?" And she went to the machine and she tried to open to find out whether or not it was cheating. And they went to her and they said, "Did you touch this machine?" "Yes." And they arrested her.
Oh,
they
you know
arrested
he's
her instead
lying.
of the people that did the cheating.
You know he's lying.
It's a state charge, so it's hard to do anything with. But we're gonna do something. What they did in
impossible, so shut
Colorado.
up.
Look, Colorado
You
just
can't.
went to all mail-in voting. That means they cheat. That's why they lost. That's one of the reasons, but that's a
Wrong.
big reason why they just lost the
Well, why
whole
do you
Space
care?
Command situation.
Well, why do you
is
care
going to
then?
Alabama. But when you have mail-in voting, you have nothing but cheating.
Oh, so that
But
was
this woman
political retribution.
is a real patriot, and they put her in jail for a long time. She's 72 years old, 73 years
Yeah,
old.
you're next.
And she wanted to find out. She didn't do anything. She touched the machine. She looked at the machine. She's trying to find out what was going on.
Sure,
And they went and
whatever.
arrested her for doing that. And it was supposed to be the other way around.
Apparently
I'm
the
glad you brought
jury
that up.
disagrees.
They should let her go.
No,
Let her out.
wrong. No,
Thank you. Yeah, please.
wrong.
This isn't really a subject that gets talked a lot about, Mr. President, but what about your team's strategy has made them so effective at getting a record amount of these hostages? Many of whom have been forgotten about home.
I think they respect us. I think they respect us. They know we're not going to pay. Adam is a great negotiator. Steve Witkoff is a great negotiator. Seb is a great
must have read his book.
negotiator. They're all smart people. They're a little bit
Part of the
natural
deal.
negotiators. Some people aren't good negotiators. Nothing you can do about it.
And they're afraid of you, sir.
Yeah, well, maybe. I don't know. I hope so, or whatever.
We have the best
I'd like to say respect, but
Yeah.
whatever it takes.
Yeah.
I actually say whatever it takes. But we've
Whatever
got a
it
lot of
takes.
people out, and we'll continue. We don't have too many in. How many are you working on right now?
There's not a lot left.
Yeah, we got most of our people out. We got them mostly back.
Mr. President, do you have an update on the negotiations to release the rest of the hostages in Gaza?
We're in very deep negotiation with Hamas.
Now you're in deep
We said,
doo-doo.
let them all out right now. Let them all out, and much better things will happen for them. But if you don't let them all out, it's going to be a tough
It's all
situation.
your fault
It's going to be
for
nasty.
moving the
That's
embassy
my opinion.
and for holding that
Israel's
Bible
choice, but that's
upside
my
down and
opinion.
everything.
They got to let them out.
Hypocrite.
You got 20 plus you have about 38 dead people, young, beautiful, dead people. And I'll tell you, the parents want them every bit as much, almost more, than as if their son or daughter were alive. But you have many dead people that are coming out as
Well,
part of
that's
the
your
deal. It's
fault.
20 people, but I think of the 20, there could be some that have recently died, is
You're
what I'm
paying
hearing.
tensions over
I
there.
hope that's wrong. But you have over 30 bodies in this negotiation. Can you believe? I mean, we negotiate for people that are living here. We know that at least 30 people are dead, and we're negotiating to get them out. The parents want them back so badly. So
How many
badly,
times is he
as
going to
if they were
say
alive.
stuff over and over
Every
again?
bit as much. It's really pretty amazing. It's very sad. I'm in the middle of it. And
Oh,
I
yeah,
put
make it
out
about
the other
you.
day, I said,
Make it about
we want
him.
all 20. We don't want two. You know, I was the one with
Well, yeah,
myself
make
and my
it about
people, Steve
Trump. Make it
Witkoff.
about Trump.
Jared Kushner was
It
great
was
on
me.
this.
I did this.
But
I
they
did.
got a lot of people out. We got almost all of them out. They're down to 20. But Adam, we got like a tremendous
how many
number.
times? How
But
many
I always
different
said
ways
when you
can
get
he
down
say
to the
same
final
thing?
10 or 20, you're not going to get them out unless you're going to do a lot. And doing a lot means
Shut up.
capitulation. That's no good either. It's a very tough situation. But I put out the other day, let them all out.
You suck.
Every single one. No more twos and ones. We'll give you one this week, and in 2 months we'll give you two more. And there's negotiation going on right now. Okay.
And real quick, what is the biggest challenge negotiating with Hamas right now? 10 to 20, what do they want to let them free?
Well, they're asking for some things that are fine. Look, you have to understand, you have to remember October 7th. You know, people forget October 7th. It's not an easy thing to forget, right?
Now, if you hadn't
But
moved the
people
embassy,
forget,
it might
or
not
they
ever
maybe
happen.
purposely
You ever
forget
think about
October
that?
7th. So, you know, you have to put that into the equation
partially
very
his fault.
strongly. It's amazing. Some people even deny it. They deny it. They're crazy.
Deny it. Yeah, like you deny the
I've
Holocaust,
seen
probably.
tape that's as violent as anything that you can imagine. Many of you have seen those same tapes. So you have to put that into the equation too. So it's not an easy situation. It's a tough one. But there are 20 people, maybe a little less,
There we
but
are,
there are 20
20,
people that we
20,
want
yeah,
out.
there were 20.
We want the bodies of these parents. They are. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, just
the
say it
level
once
of
and be done with
love that they have. They want their children back.
Long-winded.
And you know, I see demonstrations, big demonstrations in Israel about the hostages, not about the war, about the hostages.
No, about the war.
Which puts Israel in a tough position because, you know, it's tough to
He lied, Joe, right there. He just
prosecute
lied.
a war when you have people they want the 20 people back. They just want them back very badly and everything that goes with it. So it's very sad.
Quit lying.
Thank you very much. We're going to talk now about the G20. I figured we could wrap 2 or 3 up. The last time I took a day off, everybody said bad things happened to me. You know that,
The
Seth?
G20.
I took 1 day off. I didn't take it off. I was working. In fact, I was here.
Oh,
But
here
I
we
didn't do a
go.
news conference, and they said
Excuses.
bad things happened to the president.
That's why they're fake news, Mr. President.
It's fake
Fake news, yeah,
You know,
whatever.
if you look,
Biden.
Biden,
He
he had
said,
a
Biden.
press conference. He missed it for about a year, right? About a year.
Oh, shut up.
And I never saw any stories like
What,
that.
during
about him.
the
He didn't
COVID pandemic,
And
you
when he had
asshole?
one, they'd ask him, "What flavor ice cream do you like?" He'd say vanilla. How many times have they asked him that question? What's your favorite ice cream, sir? Vanilla. Okay, that's enough. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. They don't have to go through this, but
What the hell
we
is
all
that?
have a good time.
What are you talking
I only
about?
do it for one reason. I think it's good for the country. And we are very transparent. There's never been transparency like we have.
Oh, yeah,
There's
you're
nothing
best.
to hide.
Oh, you're so
thank
good.
you very much
You're
on
so
this, Will. Great job. Appreciate
You're
it.
so
So we're going to talk
wonderful.
about Florida, the great state of Florida now, because it's going to be
Oh,
a very
Florida.
exciting thing to host the G20.
I wouldn't give
And
you a
as
nickel
we
for
celebrate
Florida.
our nation's 250th anniversary next
Florida
year, the United
sucks.
States will have the honor of hosting exactly that, the G20 summit, right here in America for the first time in nearly 20 years. This afternoon, I'm thrilled to announce that
Where, at
the
Mar-a-Lago?
2026 G20 conference, which will be, I could read off the countries that we're talking about, but you know who they are, I think. Does
Don't tell
anybody
me it's
want me
gonna
to
be at Mar-a-Lago.
list them? Specifically, Jennifer, you're okay? Okay, but will be held in one of our country's greatest cities, beautiful Miami, Florida, where we have the mayor with us, Mayor Suarez. And I want to thank Francis for being here. I thought he might be in this office. You know, he almost got there. There's a couple of votes. Right? A couple of votes. It's not as easy as they think. It's
All right,
not that
you
easy.
guys.
But he's an amazing guy, very popular in Florida. The agenda for next year's summit is being organized by Treasury Secretary Scott.
If you guys want to watch any more of that, you're gonna have to find it on the internet. But I've had it up to my eyeballs with that guy and his lying and his slimy reflection and lying and like being an all-around bad guy. So we're gonna have to play some music. Let's see what here. We'll play this one because you know I think this is kind of funny. Everybody, or not everybody, okay, but the MAGA bunch, right? They were saying that they don't want Biden because Biden's old, Biden's senile, blah blah this and that. He's infirm. But what happened? They vote for Trump, who is displaying every last thing that they were afraid of that would be happening with Biden. So, I mean, talk about sweet, sweet justice. There you have it. And that guy, he ain't in good shape. And a lot of people, I've heard like that. I'm not wishing death on anybody. I wish that they changed the ways before they die. That way, people might think a little different about them after they're gone, right? I wrote a song about that. It's called "Shit on Trump's Grave," and here it is.
Let me tell you right off the bat, I hate Trump and think he's a rat.
Wait a minute. I had my sound way too down, or way too far down. Here. Okay, I put it up to 70%. All right, so we're starting over again. And here we go. There we go, right here.
Let me tell you right off the bat, I hate Trump and think he's a rat. Yo, tuned in to meet the press. What a mess. What a sham. Trump's mouth running wild like he don't a damn. Talking circles, spitting lies. It's a national disgrace. Acting like a king. He's just a jackass in the race. Trump's an old fart. Ain't got much time to live. Built a life of spite. That's all he has to give. There was a time Trump was all the rage. After he's dead, people shit on his grave. Fuck Trump. That's the song I sing. No respect for a man who wants to be king. We'll never let Trump rule us. We won't be silent. Calling out the tyrant. Our voice stay defiant. Man, let it go to his head. He can have one like the others after he is dead. Comparing him to tyrants, the idea is not absurd. History won't be kind. On his grave, they'll leave a turd. Trump's an old fart. Ain't got much time to live. Built a life of spite. That's all he has to give. There was a time Trump was all the rage. After he's dead, people shit on his grave. Fuck Trump! That's the song I sing. No respect for a man who wants to be king. We'll never let Trump rule us. We don't be silent. Calling out the tyrant. Our voice stay defiant. Use Trump's miserable life as an example. Don't be a hater on lives he tramples. Spend your time doing right and good, so people don't kick you out the neighborhood.
There you go. That's shit on Trump's grave. And you know what? I bet you anything that your dad is a much better man than Don Jr.'s dad. I know my dad's a way better man than Don Jr.'s dad. My dad, he served in the Navy honorably, not Bone Spur Calvin Trump. I don't like Trump. I hate him. I hate him this much.
Trump may have won, but he'll never be my leader. He's a fucking criminal, and fuck you who voted for that rat. You won't regret this. Now we'll have to listen to that blowhard brag about himself. Project 2025, here we come. Nationwide abortion ban, how you winning like being chattel. Wait until the tariffs happen. You talk about inflation, while you got it. I don't understand why anyone would vote for that bastard after everything he's done. Oh wait, I forgot that he said he didn't do it. You better keep his filthy hands off our social security. I'm old and can't work. Trump is old, so very old. It's a good thing the Republicans didn't want a decrepit land. So president, hypocrites. What is this fucking bizarro world? All the media should be happy because Trump's gonna go after you. Funny, he just now talked about the media calling them the enemy camp. Fuck you, Trump. I bet he's on the phone to Putin to kiss Putin's ass in the morning. The dismantling of democracy. I hate that bastard with a burning passion. I just turned down the sound. I couldn't take listening to his fucking trashing of America. He says America is going down the tubes. Fuck you, Trump. It never was going down any motherfucking tubes. Trump is nothing but a lying bastard who would sell his mother down the river for a nickel. Like I say, you will regret voting for that turd. Don't forget about Don Jr., the pussy, calling himself a prince. He wants to be King Trump. All that blood of the warriors of the past spilled for nothing. I'm disappointed in my fellow American and haven't any hope for tomorrow. But hey, I must be wrong if the majority of Americans want an asshat for a president. The world laughs at us and dreads us.
is old too, very old. It's a good thing the Republicans didn't want a decrepit old man. Office old for president. What is this fucking bizarre world? All the media should be happy because Trump's gonna go after you. Funny, he just now talked about the media calling him the enemy camp. Fuck you, Trump. I bet he's on the phone to Putin to kiss Putin's ass in the morning. The dismantling of democracy. I hate that bastard with a burning passion. I just turned down the sound. I couldn't take listening to his fucking trashing of America. He says America is going down the tubes. Fuck you, Trump. It never was going down any motherfucking tubes. Trump is nothing but a lying bastard who would sell his mother down the river for a nickel. Like I said, you will regret voting for that turd. Don't forget about Don Jr., the pussy, calling himself a prince. He wants to be King Trump. All that blood of the lawyers of the past spilled for nothing. I'm disappointed in my fellow American and haven't any hope for tomorrow. But hey, I must be wrong if the majority of Americans want an asshat for a president. The world laughs at us and treads us. Don't forget about Don Jr., the pussy, calling himself a prince. He wants to be King Trump. All that blood of the warriors of the past spilled for nothing. I'm disappointed in my fellow American and haven't any hope for tomorrow. But hey, I must be wrong if the majority of Americans want an asshat for a president. The world laughs at us and treads us.
Yeah, in Trump's presidency, I'd be all right, happy with that. And yeah, I do get tired of hearing him. That's why I turned the sound down a while ago. I figured, okay, he's on to the G20 summit. I turned down the sound. Okay, I'm playing like 4 songs in a row while I go take a break, look at my dogs and tell them how to do, and stuff like that. So here we go. The first one. I'll tell you what the names of the songs are. First one is Everyone Gets What They Put In, Not. The next one is Tower of Theft. After that, Cyberfuck. And the fourth one is Deflection and Denial. Here we go, folks. I hope you like them. Give me a big old thumbs up or whatever. Drop me a word.
The capitalist mantra. Everyone gets out what they put in. Ain't just a lie, it's an evil sin. A fairy tale for the privileged and a bludgeon for the rest of us.
If that lie were true, we'd be living in paradise, not a cage. The nurse would own the hospital, the janitor would be paid like a sage. The single mom working doubles wouldn't be drowning in debt, just trying to raise kids while rich men place bets. In truth,
Capitalism only works if most folks get less.
that's not a flaw, it's the point.
That's how you keep billionaires blessed.
It's an engine fueled by theft.
A system of gain by pain.
What the poor he does,
While the rich sip champagne.
it don't give you what you are.
It's more than what you get.
And built for all the broad.
It
don't give you what you are.
It takes more than what you get.
And built for all the broad.
Just for a few to live.
Then you look to the so-called leaders, watch them squirm, mumble, flinch.
Say I strongly disagree.
When a senator's dragged by government grants, they hedge like dealers in a rigged casino.
Now's not the time, they say.
But when is the time to speak the truth, if not yesterday?
They fear being called radical more than they fear fascist. They're protecting comfort, not the people.
Actors in a pageant of ashes.
Capitalism looks at you and asks,
What can I extract from your life?
a just society asks,
What do you need to be whole?
there's your damn line in the sand. One system feeds, one devours.
The system don't break.
Working as built, exploit, extract, discard, no guilt.
You ain't poor, cause you're lazy.
You're poor cause someone's rich.
They sell that lie like gospel.
While the truth sleeps in a ditch.
And if you dare speak up,
They mock, they sneer, they hiss.
what do you want? Socialism. Damn right if the shoe fits.
You've seen the machine. You felt the gears grind your bones.
And And you chose not to worship it.
That's powerful, that's dangerous.
And they know it.
They don't give you what you want. It takes more than what you get. It ain't built for all to thrive, just for a few to live. It don't give you what you want. It takes more than what you get. It ain't built for all to thrive, just for a few to live.
Don't give you what you earn.
It takes more than what you get. It ain't built for all to thrive, just for a few to live.
Yeah. They said it's a Ponzi scheme. It's just freedom with a fine print ream. While you watching that lie they tell, they're making your retirement a living hell. They point at the money that belongs to you. Start scheming for your savings, you come unglued. Dress it up in freedom, it's the corporate assault. Say it's your choice while raiding the vault. You lose the pension, they laugh that day. Only a fool would believe what we say. Own your future, they put salt in the wound. While the market's rigged, leave you marooned. Ain't no bailout coming when the gamble goes bust. Just a shrug from the suits and broken trust. Look over there while they rob and seek. Don't look at us as they blame the weak. Call it reform while they gut the administration. Same old scam, a different frustration. They sell you stocks with a plastic grin. You end up getting it on the chin. The crooks rig the game so they always win. Freedom. They cry what a sweet disguise while you're 401 but slowly vaporize. Say government bad like it's gospel truth, like they singing it loud from the gospel booth. They loot social security with surgical stealth. Teach you to blame the poor for your lost wealth. They hold up the line like a holy scroll while they siphon your money through a profit hole. A suit and a smile, then they disappear, leaving echoes of rage in your twilight years. You trusted the market, they sold you a dream. Dreams dressed in gold while the wolves scheme. Bills stack high, makes you wanna scream. You look at your check, see what you got left, while they sip champagne in a tower built of theft. And while they sip champagne in a tower built of theft. Look over there while they rob and seek. Don't look at us as they blame the weak. Call it reform while they gut the administration. Same old scam, a different frustration. A different frustration. They sell the future, but it's wrapped in chains. Smoke and mirrors, profits and pain. Cyber jump for a dying age. While the planet burns, he builds his cage. Cyberfuck. Cyberfuck. Say his name if you've had enough. Chrome and lies, he dresses it up. But we see the truth, we know it sucks. Cybertruck, they built by egotistical fuck. Every time I see them, I wanna throw up. Chrome coffin with the crypto glaze. A joke from a fascist tech parade. Nazis stole the name from a science guy. He stole his fame. Now even fanboys hide their shame, scraping badges off in vain. I don't mind an electric ride. Give me clean and quiet drive, but not some rolling ego trip, some garbage tech. What a rip! Cyberfuck, a rolling lie. PR soaked in blood and sweat. Built by bots and broken hands while workers starve under threat. Behind the code, behind the steel, lies a soul that doesn't feel. No love, no roots, no tethered past. Just rockets built to burn and blast. He talks of Mars like Earth's a joke, while oceans rise and forests choke. The future's sold, the rich take flight and leave the rest to die in night. But we remember, we don't forgive. We're still down here, and we still live. I saw Elon on the stage, did the sig high like it was cute. A coward hiding behind his wealth, while truth and justice get the boot. Hebrew scream beyond the grave, memory burns, no remorse he gave. Prophet's king and he's its slave. He stokes the fire, fans the rage. That man ain't from here, don't pretend he is. He games the system, breaks it, that's his biz. An alien with too much pull, on stage with power, acting the fool. He don't care about you or me, just power, hype, and currency. He'll burn the sky for one more buck. Now tell me who's the real cyberfuck. 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 Say his name if you've had enough. Chrome and lies, he dresses it up. But we see the truth and we're calling his bluff. Cyberfuck. Say his name if you've had enough. Chrome and lies, he dresses it up. But we see the truth and we're calling his bluff. Say his name if you've had enough. Chrome and lies, he dresses it up. But we see the truth and we're calling his bluff. Cyberfuck. Say his name if you've had enough. Chrome and lies, he dresses it up. But we see the truth and we're calling his bluff. Cyberfuck. Cyberfuck. deflection and denial. I see it every Sunday down the church aisle, preaching love and peace, but their hearts so vile. Hypocrites smiling while they plot and beguile. Got a cross in one hand, pitchfork in the other, calling for the sword while they smite their brother. They talking about grace, but they lust for control, turning holy scriptures into chains for the soul, cherry picking verses to justify their hate. But when you call them out, man, they hyperventilate, saying do unto others, but they break that fast. Talking about forgiveness with a stone in their grasp, wanna rule with an iron fist, terrorize the rest. But if Jesus walked in, he'd put them to the test. Deflection and denial, deflection and denial. I see it every Sunday down the church aisle. To terrorize his enemies, he goes the extra mile. He ain't walking with the saints, he's just drunk on the style. Thumping on a Bible, it looks kinda tribal, like a voodoo dance. People lost in a spiral, like I seen it sometime before. When I look at Christians, I see nothing more than false prophets, snake oil for the masses, pulpit full of gold while they sit on their ashes. Speak about love, but their hearts full of war, turning faith into chains. What they praying for? Wolves in the temple dropping fire from the stage, screaming holy vengeance, but they seethe with rage. Talk about a savior, but they crown a king. One hand on the scripture, one hand in the sling. Deflection and denial, deflection and denial. I see it every Sunday down the church aisle. Hymns full of fear, hands full of greed. Turn the other cheek, now they let the hate breed. Deflection and denial, deflection and denial. I see it every Sunday down the church aisle. Hymns full of fear, hands full of greed. Turn the other cheek, now they let the hate breed. Deflection and denial. Deflection and denial. I see it every Sunday down the church aisle. Hymns full of fear, hands full of greed. Turn the other cheek, now they let the hate breed. Deflection and denial, deflection and denial. I see it every Sunday down the church aisle. Hymns full of fear, hands full of greed. Turn the other cheek, now they let the hate breed. Deflection and denial. And denial. Deflection and denial. Deflection and denial. Deflection and denial. Deflection and denial. Good morning, all you overworked, unappreciated commoners. You're listening to radio station WOKE. We're on AM 666 broadcasting from the depths of hell. Don't blame us. We're just giving you what you want. In the news today, Santos wet his pantos when the judge handed him 7 years in prison. He cried like a baby because there is no maybe. Bars are his future view. He'll sit there and stew. Wish he could undo the lies he told to people who trusted him. Moving on. Mr. Big Shot caved in the world pressure to not be such a dirty guy. He slapped tariffs, then played golf. What a sap, then he lied. Misunderstood has the story. Misunderstood, misunderstood. This sucks, or she does. Misunderstood, damn it. Why do I always get left out in left field? Thank goodness for my failing memory. I finally have an excuse. Where's my meds? Where's my vodka? I need meds and a drink. Turn off the mic. Who gives a shit for crying out loud? Now for the weather report. In the forecast, rain will wash down from the sky and globs. Don't look up when the globs fall, or you'll get globs in your eyeball. High winds will be blowing when they are going, and when they do it will be mostly hot winds, because blowing wind is composed of the goings. I tried to tell them this isn't going to work. Expect more dreary rain as you live down the bitter truth of how miserable your entire life has been. Whatever the sick mind can conjure up, that's your lie. So get over yourself before I lose it. High winds will be blowing when they feel like it, bringing with them the hot air of broken dreams and unmet expectations. So grab your umbrella, your raincoat, and maybe a therapist. Flash, just coming in. There has been a listener listening and believes everything they are told by. You know who, at least I'm not telling you. When my boss tells me to keep a secret, I keep a secret. Wild horses couldn't drag out of me the fact that Mrs. Understood is sleeping with the producer. Oops! At least it's not us. If you want to avoid being hurt by the cold stares Mrs. Understood and my boss are giving me, you should stay on the other side of the continent. Speaking of continents, on the West Coast, an earthquake made the place shake while people in suits acted on movie sets being fake. They are working on a movie about how your life sucks. It's a documentary, yes, I'm talking to you. What you think you're better than anyone else? I'm sorry, the pressure of this workload is getting to me. That's all for now, folks. Remember, we're just the messengers. Don't shoot us unless it's with a Nerf gun. Stay tuned for more chaos. Mr. Big Shot! Who do you think we are? Mr. Big Shot!
Your lies won't get you far.
Misconception!
Did you think this life was sweet?
Misconception!
This will knock you off your feet.
We ain't your fool! We ain't no tool! You better tell the truth! That's right! Because we rule! Or it's a fight! We're not here to hear a lie. We're adults, so we won't cry. Lay it on the line, no sugarcoat. The politicians rest easy without cutting their throat. Tired, I tell you, sick and tired. The ways are done, we've been inspired. Tired, I tell you, sick and tired. Tired, I tell you, sick and tired.
Sometimes when I listen to AI music, I want to cry. It sounds like a cow bellowing, about to die. If they spent more than 2 seconds on it, it wouldn't sound like AI shit.
They sing.
My baby left me.
And
drank too much beer. Gotta pee.
all I hear is another AI blunder.
Blah, blah, blah.
Zero thunder.
Songs go in one ear and out the other. They mostly sound alike. Why bother? Prompts for AI that make output die. Just blah, 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 and make me cry.
Rhyme with dove and sky above. Compute false emotions like it's love. Meanwhile, my AI tunes spit fire in the night.
At the end of night.
Their empty songs are a horrid fright.
Songs go in one ear and bleed out the other.
They mostly sound alike.
Why bother? Prompts for AI that make me cry. Just blah, 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 make me wanna die.
What can I do to convince you?
I don't know.
Put more imagination into what you do. AI is a tool, but don't lean too hard.
Too hard.
You have great power as the leading bard.
Songs go in one ear and out the other.
They mostly sound like crap.
A music slaughter. Prompts for AI that makes circuits fry. Just blah, 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 makes AI music die.
So grab your pen.
I'll open up my mind.
Make art that roars.
Not algorithm grind.
Hollow songs rot in the junkyard of oblivion.
Watch my AI music surpass the has-been.
I was ripping through the chaos minigun, breathing fire when a tank on wheels turned me into road wire. Acid lab, briquette heavy, bold and loud. Thought he had the win, but I don't wear a shroud. Revenge is a dish best served cold. And brother, I keep the freezer full. Respawn cold, no panic in my core. Called a sparrow from the sky like a shadow of war. Missiles flew like vengeance 20 deep in the night. But that tank of his just kept rolling through the fight. Then his buddy caught me slipping, took a shot, I dropped. But I don't stay down, I just switched to the top. Warp to my facility, orbital cannon, foe in my sight. Remember, revenge is a dish best served cold. Dinner's ready. One man, one war, I don't need a crew. Tactical revenge, now the skies ain't blue. You can roll in a fortress, act bold and proud. But I'm the ghost in the system and I bury the loud. Served it ice cold, let the whole map know. Mess with Xenoyer, you reap what you sow. Special forces on his 6 muggers at his door. RC Bandito crept quiet on the floor. He chillin' in Stab City, thought it's safe. Nah, I blew him to pieces, little plastic car. Then the RC tank came rolling like a mech. Another KO chalked up to the deck. Akula in stealth, to the yacht I go. Lit a pipe, leaned back, just enjoyed the show. Jet in the sky, coming fast with the rage. But my yacht got teeth, turned that bird to a cage. Defenses lit up, target locked and fried. Boom, he dropped like pride in a try-hard's eyes. one war, I don't play your game. Every move that I make got a cold ass aim. From orbital justice to a pipe on the sea, you can't outrun the wrath of a ghost like me. He left the session, rage quit, no doubt. Hard win, clean win, that's what I'm about. Denier logged off, system shut with a grin. In this lawless world, I still fight to win. Yeah. Garage haze, 6-string days, whiskey bottle fueling badass ways, teenage fury through bloodshot eyes, 14 years, no compromise. Bad boy kings with stolen rings, laugh at the world and the trouble it brings. Burn through the night with drugs and sound. We party like crazy when friends came around. I'm the bad boy delinquent, born in a shack, born in the backwater, ain't going back. Spitting in the face of judgment's call, baptized by the trouble, the hard fall. Yeah, no gods, no guilt, no change, just blood, fire, and street kids gone inside. Yeah. Grandma's rage when she saw what we were doing. Getting drunk as hell, teen years is what we're screwing. I took one look at grandma's face, puked hard, what a disgrace. A fountain of puke going through my finger, all over her dress. The stench did linger, bathroom walls caught what's left in my hurl. I felt really bad for that old girl. Next day in the pinball shrine, mama screams out in a jacked up line. Delinquent, got my kids drunk, bitch, get it straight. Tony bought the booze and his own damn fate. I'm the bad boy delinquent, born in a shack, born in the backwater, ain't going back. Spitting in the face of judgment's call, baptized by the trouble and the hard fall. Yeah, no gods, no guilt, no change, just blood, fire, and street kids gone inside. Bad boy prophecy, don't give a damn, you see. Choking on the system's hypocrisy. Middle finger to the system, to the asshole. When you got nothing, you live in a rat hole. No gods, no guilt, no chains, no shame, just blood, fire, and a street kid's game. I'm the bad boy delinquent, born in a shack, born in the backwater, ain't going back. Spitting in the face of judgment's call, baptized by the trouble and the hard fall. Yeah, no gods, no guilt, no change, just blood, fire, and street kids gone inside. Bad boy delinquent. Bad boy delinquent. deeper.
History ain't what they told you. 400 years? Nah, we go back further. They buried the past, tried to burn my name, but I'm carved in a stone, you can't kill my flame. Buddha rolled with the fire of rage, made Rome bleed, left them locked in a cage. My people never bowed, never took their chains. Pits in the highlands, war in our veins. You call me white, now I get it right. I'm the ghost in your bloodline, haunting the night. Remember me. You can't erase my kind. Remember me. We're taking back what's mine. Remember me. The scars don't fade. Remember me. My name's engraved. Colonial lies got you lost in the fog. Reading their books, but they twisted the logs. They took your past, sold you a mask, gave you a label that don't even last. But I dug deeper, found the truth in the dust. Before the gold lust, before the steel rust. The conquered, the free, we all got a price. But together we rise, make the system think twice. They took your name. They took your past. But knowledge is fire. And we got the match. Remember me. You can't erase my kind. Remember me. We're taking back what's mine. Remember me. The scars don't fade. Remember me. My name's engraved. You tried to forget, but now you remember. Scars don't heal, but they teach. And history belongs to the bold.
I was thinking about the Pope's death. I'm not a theist, but I always thought he was an okay guy. Still, I couldn't help but see the robe, the ring, the ritual. The empire whispering through marble walls. Rome never fell. It put on new robes. First they marched with blades, steel and flame, bow to the god emperor, or live in shame. Then they switched the sword for a staff and a psalm, wrapped the cross in gold and called it calm. Now the empire don't bleed, but it still control it. Saw ink like a divine decree, a scroll of power, not something they could read. Talismans scribbled with holy spells, words turned into a living hell. Believe me, that's what the emperor said. EO on a scroll, magic mess with your head. From Saul to Paul, then throne to pew, they flipped the script and rewrote you. Bow to the cross, kiss the ring, confess your sins, give up everything. Rome rebranded, the spell expanded, now we're ruled by the lies we're handed. Saul was a bounty hunter, tracking them down, grabbed up his brothers to the temple, bring them around. Said he saw Christ in a flash of light. Next thing you know, he's leading the fight. From killer to prophet with no receipt, wrote half the book and preached in the street. Said, call me Paul, and they all obeyed, cause nobody wanted him to put them in the grave. Took the Jesus mode, flipped the code, Roman ties with the gospel load. He saw control in a virgin birth, a myth to unite the whole damn earth.
The
church preached read Latin and stayed blind. The ignorant nodded, said that's fine. They turned writing into sacred fire, used it to chain, not to inspire. Buildings like temples, obelisks rise, eagles, stars, and pyramid eyes. Washington's layout, Rome's echo exact, control in marble, power intact.
Believe me, that's what the emperor said. Now it's Trump our dread with cults instead. Rallies and chants, a flag and a cross, praying for empire while democracy rots. Fake news, witch hunt, I alone. Echoes of Caesar sitting on thrones. Rome reloaded, the software's tight. Same control, just dressed in light.
And now the question burns like a brand. What refinement comes from the empire's hand? Because no matter how true a thought can be, it can still be twisted like prophecy. The experiment continues, but so does resistance. Digital Apostate, signing off for now. Continues, but so does resistance. Digital Apostate, signing off for now.